It's not. I like this intro though. We learn and we grow.
Ah!
It's not.
What a perfect intro to the stream. I had it wrong when I set it up.
I like this
But
intro
that's
though.
okay. That's what we're doing here. And I mean, it was never going to be perfect. We're starting exactly 55 minutes late. But the fact that we're starting
We learn and we grow.
relatively is a great thing. I think maybe you're playing now too. I don't even know anymore. The stream might be able to hear our guests. They might not. But either way, I'm going to go ahead and introduce them. The one and only. Well, you know, we've got we've got pseudonyms. So I guess I could introduce myself, but I'm hoping that you guys have seen a little bit of my channel. But I'm June P of June All the Time. Welcome to the new stream. We're calling it Just Roll With It because we're rolling the dice and we're going to see what happens. And I brought along somebody to join me in this journey for this first stream. And they are a little bit of an idiot. So with that introduction, we're going to bring them onto the show. Welcome the OG dumb idiot. Let me bring him on. Give me 1 second. Oh my gosh. She's here.
Can you see me? OG dumb idiot. Here.
Oh, I need your name tag. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
What would we do without that? Okay, there you go. I'm gonna make it
Just
bigger.
so everyone remembers.
Who we're talking to. Look at that. This is fun that I can do this stuff live. And have way too much fun.
Listen, guys, we're tech savvy. We're having fun. We know what we're doing, and that's what matters.
That's what matters. That's what counts. I mean, I think the fact that we showed up is what counts.
Was it an hour late? Yes. Did we show up? Not many people can say that.
Snaps. Okay, I'm gonna take 4 to 5 breaths. But also, we are here for a somber topic today. Like, I can't ignore that. Like, this is a show where we're gonna have fun. So it's like, that's gonna be here no matter what. But
right.
We are here for a somber event. And I don't know if it's like, I feel like it looks bad, whatever that means, to have like needed this cause to get this started. But I actually think after all the deep diving I've been doing on Sir Dr. Oliver Tree, after all the research I've been doing on him this week, I think he would like that anything got us started or got me started. So speaking
exactly, I think it was like with artists. I mean, that was his big thing, and then it's like how many people it affected. It's like, yeah, this is the thing that brought us together because of the topic that we're talking about today.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, so if the world didn't know, or whoever's watching this didn't know, unfortunately, I guess we can go ahead and say that Oliver Tree, the musician, the artist, I mean, he's got like a bunch of different labels, like director,
Bit King,
the Troll King, yeah.
Personal Idol.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I mean, really though. And like, not even, I don't want to say trendsetter. That's actually a step lower than what I was going to say. It's like, I don't know if it's early adopter. It's like the initiator even before that, because like there's early adopter, there's trendsetter. I don't know if I'm doing this in the right linear way, but like he's before those.
Right. He's what sets like the tone for those people to be like, oh, this is what we're doing now.
Correct. And even in just like one interview I watched, which was to give receipts, I'm pretty sure that one was the it was the Zach Sang Zach Sang interview?
Yeah.
Show? Zach Sang show, I mean. Um where there was multiple examples in just like a couple minute like topic that they were talking about, that he gave examples where he like put a bunch of time and effort into like doing this thing, and then somebody did it at the same time in like 2 seconds, and kind of like, whether it's copied or not, who's to say, but like he was on it before they were. It's just like objective.
Right.
So,
and I guess like the reason we can't even get like finish one sentence without like talking about what he was. It wasn't just the musician that you hear.
yeah, not at all. And I mean, God, it's just, how many people are gonna die in these like weirdly tragic events?
We're done with helicopters. 2026, cancel helicopters.
100.
Did we not learn from Kobe? It's been a while.
When was that?
R.I.P. That was like 2020, 2021.
He probably was, because it was post-COVID. Dang. But then, like, they're always all of a sudden, like, and it's always like 2 helicopters, and I'm like, I'm sorry? Like, what do you mean you just flew into another helicopter? Like, what's going on?
Right. You would,
know.
I mean, we'll put a pin in it, but you would think that you could see it, but put a pin in it.
Maybe they're using the, like, so, like, because also remember when everybody was talking about the fucking drones? Oh, I don't think I'm supposed to, like, get too crazy with the curse words, just algorithmically.
I think we can, like, say it, but not so many times in a minute.
Got it. So
just like one F-bomb, move on.
Contain it.
Yeah.
On it, a temporary cap. Shoot, what was I saying? We're already here. We're already here.
Right. Anyway, helicopters should not be crashing into other helicopters in 2026.
The drones that like was a big deal. Remember, like a hot minute ago, but like a big deal, and then like now no, like they just stopped talking about it whenever that happened. But like all the like mirrored technology that was supposedly was like a part of like these drones and like alien, like space, or UFOs or IAUs or UAIs, whatever they're called. I don't know what the PC term is nowadays for alien spacecraft, but
I think it's still UFO, but go on.
No, there's definitely like it's like UAE. No, that's a country. It's UAI or IAE, or it's like a bunch of those.
Okay.
Anyway, that must be on helicopters now because they can't see each other.
Right. No, and I get it. That was a long roundabout way to make your point, but I did somewhat follow where you landed.
Well, anyway, I don't know. How did you take it? Like, what was your reaction? Where was your headspace on, I assume, Monday? Was it Monday that you heard?
Yeah. Because this week has been a blur. That's the day that he, like, it was announced, right?
Yes, but supposedly, yeah, he died like Sunday night, I guess.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it was definitely Monday. I don't have like a connect. None of his family members like called me like Sunday to let me know. I did find out with the general public. But it was so crazy because someone that I haven't talked to in like forever tagged me on Facebook, and I rarely check Facebook. Hold on, my light went out. I really checked Facebook. So, and then when I saw it was someone that I haven't talked to in forever, I was like, oh, she tagged me in something. Okay. And it was the announcement. And I was just like, you're so dumb. Like, that's obviously a prank. Like, you don't know Oliver Tree. Like,
Yes.
this is just a promo, like, whatever. And I even told my boyfriend about it. And like, I don't think he was taking it very seriously. And then I was like, well, I should probably like look into this. And I can't remember if it's like look into this to see like how good his promo has been going. Or look into this to be like, is any of this factual? But then I think it only took me like maybe 20, 30 seconds before I was like, oh, like I think this is true. Like, I think in that moment, I had like a stored away part of me that I was like, this could still be a prank. Like, this could be like the best. Like, it's going to come out in 3 hours that this was whatever, and he's going to launch something big. And then 3 hours passed, and I think that's when it was like, okay, this is it. What about you?
Yeah, I guess it was Monday morning. But like I've been waking up early, so it felt like later. So I'd had like a whole day, a whole life, and then suddenly like a whole 180 is what it felt like. And I think I was in here like walking on the treadmill or like something, or I was stretching or something like movement based, which is probably good.
Mm,
And then Nathan was like from the other room, he's like, supposedly or apparently or something like that, Oliver Tree's dead. Or no, he called me in. So I left doing whatever I was doing, walked in there. Because I remember looking at him on my, I just go, because as soon as he said Oliver Tree, because I think he had just, yeah, when I walked on the treadmill that morning, a video of him with somebody, I think it was like the therapy gecko. I've never watched them, but
oh, yeah.
it popped up for me that morning. I didn't think it was weird that that showed up as like the number one video for me because I had just watched a video with Oliver Tree in it Friday morning when I last like walked on the treadmill. And
Right.
so when Nathan's like Oliver Tree died, I was like, what do you mean? Like, what? Like, I only just kind of like he just came back to life in my head, like, in a sense. Even though I've been listening to him more
Right.
recently, but then that was me, like, doing more of a deep dive in a sense, in a way that I never had for him. And that was Friday morning. And then apparently he died Sunday night. And then I just have to mention that that was like a new moon and shit. So, like, weird shit.
Okay. I mean, it was weird because I I've always loved him, but it was never like I need to hear every new song. I need to like latest release, blah blah. Um, but for whatever reason, that week prior, I was listening to his stuff,
Mm.
and I have no idea like what sparked it or whatever. But I was listening to like songs that like at first I like didn't like songs that like Mimi songs. And if you like know what I'm listening to now, it doesn't even fit into what I've been listening to. So I was like, why is it that whatever something happened that just sparked that I was like, yeah, let's just go back.
That's interesting. So you were
Yeah.
looking
I
for
mean, I
like
think it
you
was
were
like
doing old ones.
not necessarily like old ones, but like Cowboys Don't Cry. Like that song,
Mm.
it was 50-50 on whether you were going to like it or not. And the last time before the week prior I listened to it was Halloween night
Oh,
of last year.
wow.
Which like why I remember that, I'm not sure. But like me and my boyfriend, one of my friends were driving the car. And then yeah, 3 days before everything happened, that's what I put on.
Hmm. But yeah, once again, weird that you even know that, and then weird that you like noticed when it came back on. Like, just weird that you noticed it at all. Kind of.
Right. And I was just looking. What was 5 days ago? Was that Monday? Yeah, that was Monday.
Yeah,
Okay, just making sure that it was Monday that I heard about it. Cause
it had, but that's when I texted you.
okay,
Um, which I'm glad you already knew.
thank God.
Because I don't need to
I have to.
hear that.
When you were like, so June texted me and she was like, trigger warning, which I appreciated. But I'm not like used to using that. And so I texted one of my best friends in Colorado and I was just like, oh, I'm going to use trigger warning because bummer news. So I was like, trigger warning. And then I was like, I was just thinking he was the one that introduced me to Oliver Tree. And I was like, I was thinking about that time that you bought me his album. And he had no idea, but I forgot to mention that he did pass away. And he's like, why are you using trigger warning? And then he texted me the next day being like, oh. I was like, well, at least I wasn't the first to break the news to you.
Yeah, that's
Selfishly. Selfishly.
he just like didn't question it enough to like keep going.
He's like, okay, she never uses this phrase. She just doesn't understand what it means yet.
Okay, I finally got the music thing back going. You made me when you started looking at your phone for music. I was like, shit, the music's down on the stream.
Oh.
But I fixed it.
Because we're tech savvy and we know what we're doing.
Exactly, we know what we're doing. You can also see baby boy in the background. An angel among us.
Oh my god. My son.
But yeah, so Cowboys Don't Cry, I actually, because was that a single? Like, I don't feel like that was an, if that was an album, I missed the album.
It was an album, but that was like the first release. So it was, I might be wrong, but at least it blew up before the album blew up. But he did a whole country album.
Oh, that's kind of right. That sounds right. Because I had always liked that one, and I feel like that one plays a lot through my like whatever playlist it's on. Almost to the point where like I almost was starting to skip it because it would play a lot. But
Okay.
then so when Nathan told going back to going back to the Nathan telling me the news thing, um when my mouth dropped and all that. Like I remember going on my Spotify, and so that was Monday. The Wednesday previously, we went to the Kid Cudi's concert, which I know you know about, but to the
Right.
world. And so, like on Spotify, my last search was Kid Cudi because that was like days prior, and I was still listening to Cudi a bunch like post concert, and the search prior to that was Oliver Tree, and I just remember being like, okay, I'm not crazy,
Oh.
like that was just the other day, like I'm feel like it just felt weirdly like, why am I all of a sudden really immersed in Oliver Tree and then he dies?
Right.
It was just
And
weird.
yeah, and again, like I feel like before he was everywhere, and I feel like the last year, and maybe I just wasn't looking, but he wasn't. So the fact that it's like there wasn't that reminder to go back to him like there was in the years prior.
No, he definitely was not, because he apparently did at least a year in Antarctica.
Yeah, and he's just been like traveling the world. That's where his listening party was, is in Antarctica
Yeah.
for his new album. Yeah.
Because that's where I think he only just recently like left. I don't know how recent, like before the album dropped for sure, but he said it, I think it was that Zach Sang interview, that his parents are the ones that got him to leave. He like flew them down. Antarctica's down, right?
Uh-huh.
Right.
Sure.
He flew them down
Sure.
there, and which he said was expensive, and then they like talked him into going home with them. But he said he was spiraling, so like, and that's his words. He was kind of spiraling, so it was like for the best.
Right.
But yeah, he said he turned down a bunch of like opportunities to like Coachella multiple or wait. I'm pretty sure he said Coachella. It could have been one of the other ones.
Right.
I'm pretty sure he said Coachella because it was like he didn't say the famous person, whoever it was, but like offered a feature with whoever was gonna be some big, feature of Coachella at the time they asked him. Like he wasn't name dropping, so I can't give specifics, but he kept turning it down because he's kind of like he was like choosing to do his own thing, and then he was only just now like re-entering because he had a whole tour I think scheduled.
Oh, yeah. I mean, part of this was during his world tour.
So it had started?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Either it started or it was just about to start. But
I
I'm
believe
pretty
that
sure it started.
I believe that it was just about to start because just the way he was starting to do his yeah, PR, like
Mm,
going on shows and stuff. I hate it. I hate it.
I hate it. I hate it. Yeah.
Which you mentioned that Cuddy apparently did a mention.
Yeah, it was at his show, I think in Washington. But yeah, it was Pursuit of Happiness, which apparently he's not doing on his tours. But it was Oliver in the background.
Mm.
But like, it's been crazy to see. I mean, like you mentioned, like Therapy Gecko. We're talking about Kid Cudi. I'm sure posted something. I mean, the reaches he's had is insane. To think of Therapy Gecko and Kid Cudi in the same room mourning the same guy. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah. And a million other people that like are completely different from each other, and yeah, like I feel like he brought together lots of different um personalities. I don't
People.
know.
Just people in general. I feel like he wasn't one. Like he could go on a stream. I'll use this as an example. Jake Paul. He has Impulsive. And Jake Paul and Ethan Klein have like a huge feud. But he can go on Impulsive, make a joke about how H3 is the greatest podcast in the world, and then go to Ethan Klein, be on his podcast, and nothing's said. Like he still has both of those relationships. Like he was able to just like float above the line of,
Mm.
instead of most people get caught up in the, well, you're his friend, so I don't want to be associated with you. He was one of the few that could just float above it.
Which I respect the hell out of. Like, I'm sure I've said somewhere on the damn internet, but like, I'm not a fan of like cancel culture because like it's just not that simple. Nothing's black and white. Like, so
Right.
I've always hated seeing like not even about the person being canceled, but the people around them and like seeing how they flip. Like it's just telling. Like, and I think it's great when somebody, like you said, is like above that.
And it's so weird because, like, to be above that, the people that are used to that have to be in agreement. Jake Paul has to be in agreement. Ethan Klein has to be in agreement. So it's having that persona that's like, I don't know, it's just so rare to have that influence over people. And I use influence not as manipulative, just influence as, I don't care what this guy's doing because I know he's special and I know that I want him in my life, on my show, etc.
That's funny. Yeah, like the way you worded that. Which I think kind of goes back to like kind of why I guess like you could say like I felt called to do this tribute um as I titled it um is because of like the like level of like artist that he was. And I think that's where like what you were saying is like all these people had to be in agreement. It's like in respect of like whatever he was putting his all into in a way, I feel like. Because you can't
Absolutely. You
fault
had to follow the bit too. Yeah. You can't fuck with his art and you have to follow the bit. Like whatever bit he decided to do that day, you just have to be like, okay, I really like this guy. I guess I'm gonna go along with this.
Yes.
I don't know why he has 17 beanies on a dog, but that's what we're doing today.
Yeah, on that Zach Sang interview, which I keep referencing because if anyone has seen like headlines of Oliver Tree's death, it's a lot of them reference the articles reference this specific interview because it's the most recent, like pretty in depth, like more well, I was gonna say unmasked version of him, but he's literally dressed as Shrek, and that's why I was just now about to bring it up. Like in full face paint, and he's even saying during the interview, like, because one of them kind of like, I don't know if he interrupts them or they interrupt him, because it's like he's like closing his eyes, and it looks like he can, in my opinion, it looks like he can barely open them back up because there's so much paint, like weighing them down and like sticking together. And then one of them's like, dude, like, is that getting in your eyes? He's like, I don't know, but it's definitely in my mouth and like my lips are going numb. But like, he's also showing up for a serious interview like that. And
Right.
that's where I did admire for the Zach saying the host. I hope I'm saying his name right, but like yes, the two hosts were kind of like, why are you Shrek today? And all over just like, why not? You know, I don't know what he said, but like,
Right.
why the fuck not? And they moved on, you know, except for checking on his well-being because he was like, I mean, his lips are numb. He's like, maybe allergic
Right.
reaction.
We're gonna follow the bit, but like, please, like, are you okay? Because I don't think you'll tell us unless we ask explicitly, are you okay?
And that's the thing. I kept thinking, I was like, oh yeah, no, he's not gonna stop unless he's forced to. Like, unless
Right.
yeah, he cannot function anymore. And I'm sure that's not always good, but like it made him who he was, and he made like I can't even like speak to I feel like the amount of his like creativity. Like that's where I've seen in like the recent stuff I've been like really ingesting, especially like since his passing. Um like every single time he opens his mouth, he's referencing another type of like interest or art or hobby. Like he started as a photographer, but then one other time he's saying about how he's an internet coder and he knows like three different coding languages. And then, well, I mean, he references being a numbers guy. We'll put a pin in that. But like all these things that seemingly don't go together, and then like of course like his costumes and like theatrics, I guess.
Right.
Um, and then the lyrical, like I don't know, it's just a whole other thing.
And just like the juxtaposition of it all. Like, you have the characters, the bit, but then, yeah, you do have this serious guy. Like, he knows how to market himself. He's on the business side. His lyric, I mean, just looking at lyrics versus how he's dressed in a music video, it's for someone to call him just a meme is an insult because you have to be able to see the full picture.
Mm. That's a great point because it's clearly the people who don't see the full picture who don't like him, right?
I wasn't gonna. Okay, so I wasn't gonna say that. I'm glad you did.
I'll say it.
But what I was going to say, I love Bits. I love Bits so much. That is why he is my idol. The fact that he is like able to commit to a bit, but still be like delivering a serious message. Like, again, the Zach interview bit, but he's still being pretty raw. He's being the rawest that we've seen recently, at least.
Yes.
But it's like, okay, but I'm still gonna go in as Shrek. So I think the people that don't like him just don't like bits. And listen, if you don't get a bit, that's fine. You're allowed to not like bits. I am saying that you're wrong. Find like the joy in life. Don't take life so seriously.
I agree. I thought you were gonna say boring. Don't be so boring.
I mean, kind of. Okay, what I will say to justify that so no one can get mad at me, I was certified Oliver Tree hater.
Ooh, when?
I forget, like, I want to say like 2018, whenever Alien Boy hit TikTok.
Oh, okay.
And that's all I knew. And all my friends at the time loved it. And I was like, this is annoying. I hate it. He's stupid. And my best friend in Colorado like can attest because he loved him. And I was like, ooh, that's like cringy that you're admitting that. But I did know that I was like on the outskirts of it. But I was like, well, that's because I'm mature. That's because I know better. And so what happened is my friend bought me the album. And he was like, something like, you can talk as much shit as you want as long as you listen to the full album. Like, not just the clips of Alien Boy. I was like, okay, bet. So then I listened to it's Alien Boy EP. So it's not on Spotify.
Oh.
But you can find the playlist of Alien Boy EP of how he like put his songs out for that. And I just listened to it the other day. Amazing. But I think it was like the second listen through where I was like, I had to admit I'm wrong. And if you know me, I'm not great at that. I usually have a good take. So the times that I don't have a good take are really embarrassing. But then yeah, ever since then I was like, oh, this is it. But yeah, so if you're an Oliver Tree hater, been there, done that, grow up and have more fun.
Correct.
Because also I wasn't having fun. I was trying to be too serious. So literally just grow up and have fun. It's not that serious.
Well, so I was gonna say when you said that because it caught me by surprise because I didn't, or you maybe have told me in the past, but like I just remember like from the minute I knew of Oliver Tree, like because you were present the moment that Oliver Tree like entered my
Right.
awareness because of the mutual person who tagged you on Facebook is how you found out. They, excuse me.
I was the one that showed her, in case you're wondering.
But I remember her.
I was actually the one. We can pull up the comment. She's like, I remember when you showed me him because I'm above trends. I was number one hater, and then I spread his glory to all.
So maybe she just brought it up to you, and maybe she was a hater, and then you converted her or something. Because I swear the memory I have is we were in class, like in the big, like open space of like the floor, because we went to, well, is that a secret? Like where we met?
Maybe.
It doesn't matter.
Maybe they'll get that in like the third guest appearance.
We were in a spread out area, and I heard this person say to you, have you heard of Oliver Tree? And you definitely had. Like, you immediately launched in a conversation. I only remember being like, who's Oliver Tree? And then I remember, I think she was asking about, I just remember Cash Machine. Like, she must have mentioned that song because that was the first one I registered with him. Even though I probably had heard Alien Boy, I must have not known who he was or something and, like, just didn't retain it. Because I've always, like, retained Cash Machine as my first song.
See, and I think that because I loved Cash Machine. Like that was like my top thing. And I do feel like the person we're talking to would call me out in a second if I was wrong about introducing her. So I did I did pull it up. Number one hater to introduce me to his music years ago. Her quote, not mine.
Well, there you go. There we have it. But going back to what you were saying, how it caught me by surprise that you didn't like him and all that crap. It
Mm.
goes to the thing I've been noticing, which I don't remember if I've said this to you, but I know I said it to a couple clients at work. Um, but whether I said it to you or not, like the thing of like seeing something that's too similar to yourself and rejecting it at
Mm.
first. Or, well, I say rejecting as like a broad term, but like not liking it, like going, like your aversion to it, maybe is the better word.
Yes. Okay, you did not bring this up with me, but shut up. Yeah. Shut up, I'm mad. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes me mad every time I notice it. I can't remember who recently that I was like thinking of with that, but it was like a person like this where it's like I didn't like them. Oh, it was Josh Radnor, who's Ted from How I Met Your Mother.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's
Which
the
we've
show.
all seen. Go on.
We've all seen, but like I love that show. That's all you need to know is I love that show. I've seen it too many times. I have 2 tattoos from it. But when I saw Josh Radnor, the person, not the character, first speak in like a video somewhere a million years ago, I didn't like it. And I was like, that's weird. I'm obsessed with How I Met Your Mother. I'm obsessed with Ted, his character. How can I not like Josh Radnor? And then recently I had to face that. And that's what made me start this like theory because I saw him on a recent podcast, fell in love with what every word he said. I think about it all the time. And I was like, motherfuck. He's like me. That's why I didn't like him, as we're too similar.
Why is that though? Is it like a subconscious jealousy of like, hey, you made it, I haven't? Or hey, I already know what you're feeling, so I actually don't need to hear it because I got it all in here already. Like I don't know like where that comes from.
It's probably a little bit of both, like a little bit that like standoffness of the second thing you said, because it's like, I'm good, like I've got that handled, I've got that box checked. But then the other part of
I actually know bits, dude.
Well, yeah, but it makes sense that you didn't like him, the Bit King, when you weren't being that version of yourself.
So true.
Mm-hmm.
So true. Yeah, because it was kind of like, oh, well, I think in that moment, I was like, I have my first real job. I'm doing well. I'm an adult now. Time to retire that personality. And then I see this guy, and I was like, are you kidding me right now? He just gets to do this, and everyone likes it. And then when I do it in the break room, everyone kind of looks at me weird.
I get fired.
So, right. I just thought we were trying to have fun.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that tracks, honestly.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think I was just like a bitter bitch.
Fair. I mean, we all have been that person, and we all will continue to be that person at times, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So, but you know, you'll grow from it. Like seeing that now, like you'll start to see in a bunch of shit like I keep doing too. And every time I'm like mad at like myself and the thing I'm watching or whatever that made me realize like, God damn, like that's because it's like me. And then I'm like, well, why do I hate it? Because it's like me. Like, what's that trying to say?
Right.
Like self-hatred? I don't know. I didn't say it. Somebody else said it.
Probably like every feeling that we've ever felt in therapy. Like it's not just like one cause. It's like, yeah, I'm bitter. I hate myself. Must be nice. You're annoying. Like it's all of the feelings that we have where it's just like, cool, dude, have fun.
Take him or leave him, dude. The saying of the show, kind of. Not really.
But then I think what's interesting too is so I watched or I listened to the whole album, the whole EP. Obviously, I was like, I had to admit I'm wrong. I did like my apology tours. It was embarrassing. And like, believe me, I did not want to admit it. But like, I was gonna listen to him. It was like something that I couldn't just like put away and pretend it didn't happen. I was like, someone's gonna hear this like on my like songs on Spotify. I do have to just like come out with it. Um, but then so I love the H3 podcast, and I think it. I can't remember if I was like actively watching in 2019, but I'm pretty sure I was.
Because that was like Jeffree Star, the Shane Dawson. That was the year of all of those like big internet things. So you were definitely watching H3 by that point.
See, I don't know because I was watching T channels. Like I think it was COVID that like got me.
Really?
Like I was a casual watcher, but like
That's fair.
not like
You
oh
definitely
I had to
know.
catch every episode.
I'm trying to do the Bape Naish, but I can't seem to do it.
Oh yeah, I know, Babe Nash. But so then I was like, oh fuck, I have to admit that I like him. And then he was a guest star on H3 in like 2019. And people, so like, I'm going to use parasocial. I want you guys, like, if you're watching this, to understand parasocial is not always negative. Some people don't understand that. It's just, oh, this feels like a conversation we're having. I feel related. So it wasn't like, oh, I'm think that he knows me, he cares about anything I'm doing. But it like began like a parasocial relationship where like when Mac passed away, Mac Miller, RIP,
R.I.P.
that was devastating to me, but I didn't know him. With Oliver, it was like, oh, not only am I listening to his music, but I've seen him interact. I see how he shows up. Like he was involved in other aspects of my life where it was like, oh, I'm not just like losing someone that I related to in music. Like I'm losing a lot more.
Mm. And I only felt that way because Friday I had watched the video I watched that was the first time I had ever seen him like unmask and any because I'd only seen him literally just like joking around, like just because I had never deep dive, I
Right.
guess. But he was like being it, I feel like he definitely worded it. This wasn't the Zach Sang one. This was on the Cho show, which David Cho's, I mean, they call it a podcast, but y'all can't tell me that's just a video. Like, that's just a crazy video. But anyway, whatever it is.
I've never seen it.
Well, I know. Oh my gosh, I just saw a heron. Oh my god. Oh my god. Stop it.
For the viewers that don't know, that is actually a really big deal.
That's a big deal. Anyway, I don't even know what was I saying?
Basically the show that I've never watched. You saw him.
David Cho, got it, right. So like
Yeah.
David Cho's channel, or I would say his channel and his show and all the videos he makes are all about like go make art, stop being afraid, go be like your inner child. Like they're very goofy and chaotic. So then he does a serious interview as the other like the art world's like chaotic, crazy, like shooting paint in a paint gun for telling you to like at a painting he just did to ruin it because he's saying like do whatever the fuck you want.
It's
Don't
not that
be afraid.
serious.
Yes. And so like I had never seen him do like either of them do anything serious, I guess. And then they're doing it together, which is just like weird and funny. And it honestly, I had thought maybe we could react to it, but it's like gonna be too long and crazy of a video to do that with. But because like it's more than just an Oliver Tree video too, like that's why I probably wouldn't. But like that's where they used Oliver Tree as like, do you know the oh my gosh, like the term in comedy where it's like the straight man or like the straight character where it's like the normal character that the funny ones kind of like use as their like foundation. Oliver Tree was like doing
Right.
that for these other like Bobby Lee and David Cho. Like it's like that's wild, but that's the one I watched and it wasn't even very long that I was like I already know who this person is, and I didn't know that. I didn't know that I knew how to do
Right.
that. And then it was kind of like everything I did know kind of like went into place based off who I saw then. And then that's when I started like going through more of his songs again recently and then being like, "Oh my god, like there's way more depth to this than I ever noticed," I guess.
Absolutely. Yeah, like going back through like old videos and like reminiscing, I was just like it was almost like subtle context clues throughout the time where I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this is just a fun video. It's a bit blah blah." But then he'll do something that's either like so caring or like so passionate blah blah, but it you can't see it unless you're looking for it, I guess, in the bit. And then so going back and watching that, I realized like that did shape who I thought he was, but I didn't realize that's how I knew he was a good guy because it is hidden behind like this persona, whatever persona he was choosing that day. But then it's like, oh, he's still showing up. Like, one of and forgive me guys for talking about H3 so much, but I watched their 4 hour tribute to Oliver Tree, so that's
And
like
that was
all
one
of
of
my
our
information.
that was one of our plot points, so like we were gonna get into it either way, so
Right. And like we'll probably be back, but uh one of the cast members right now literally has her job because she randomly met Oliver Tree and her mom was with her and her mom was like, oh yeah, she does this video, like have you seen it? And he was like, yeah. So number one, the fact that he's seen the video because he's like probably pulling up like H3 stuff because it was like H3 fan art. And then he texts Ethan the same day being like, hey, this girl's so talented, you have to check her out. Ethan follows her the following day. I was just and like they on this tribute, if you guys want to watch it, like they show the screenshots and it's just like, hey, I just met this fan, like she's so like wicked talented. Link the video. Like nothing was coming from her. He linked the video, he found it. He took time out of his day for this fan to be like, hey, dude, you have to check her out. And then another one of their cast members has a visa to be in this country. Oliver Tree's one of the sponsors. Like he wrote the letter to make sure that he was able to come.
wow.
So it's like, yeah, he's this huge bit guy, but at the end of the day, like he's so passionate, he's so caring, he's genuine. He wishes another cast member a happy birthday every year.
Mm,
And think about how many people he has to do that for. And just so that he takes the time of the day to do those things is insane.
yes. And I had to point out something else, like put a pin in it, but like something we'll get into and something that the internet has brought up since his death is in a certain leaked video that one may or may not have heard reference places, but I heard it through word of mouth. I did not hear it through the internet. So that's where I'm like, I feel like that's why I feel fine talking about it because like that was the real world. It is the real world. It's not just the internet world. And it affected me in the real
Right.
world, and that's why I want to talk about it. And I only can hope it affects more people in the real world because he is the person that should have had more influence on people. But the video that was leaked and all that, the person whose stream it was, clearly Oliver was only interacting with this person from one like shared, it was like a wedding or something they must have both been attendees at, and
Mm-hmm.
they partied all weekend. And then that's
Wait, I
why
have no idea what you're talking about.
oh, interesting. Well, maybe you should tell me what you heard in the H3 show because I didn't listen to that, and for fans, I didn't listen because I knew Ashley would, or I mean OG would. So,
um, about what? Like what in the H3? Because I have no idea where you're going.
so I when I went to work I guess it was Wednesday, but I was like the first day I went to work after I heard. I saw my coworker who I knew probably would care because I knew she had just been interested in me going to the Kid Cudi concert, and we had had a whole dialogue about it. So I
Right.
knew she would, she was the type of person that was going to care about it. And so I go, "Did you hear about Oliver Tree?" Because at that point there wasn't still a lot of freaking news about it. Like that we have to notate and document for the world that sure, at this point, Friday, 5 days later, there is more out there, but like all week, it
Right.
came out insanely slowly. And like you said, like you thought it was a hoax, or well, I don't know what you said, but like you thought it was a hoax, and
Yeah.
because of the information, and like Nathan had to fact check it before he told me because it looked so like weird, like the way it was being
Right.
said. So I go in, I say, "Did you hear about it?" Because I genuinely didn't know. And then she goes, "Yes, and it's sus," or like, "It seems sus, right?" And I just go, "Yes." I always think stuff's sus. But, but, she brought up, she said, "Did you hear about like a leaked stream?" And I don't know how she said it, but she said something with Mark Zuckerberg. So you don't know anything about that?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's what I
And
referenced.
listen, I've been deep diving on this. Deep diving. What do you mean I haven't?
This is the only thing I really deep dived on, so I love that like I handled this and you must have handled the rest because I didn't end up
I
doing
just think
anything.
it's crazy that, again, it should be everywhere, I think. It should be everywhere. Especially the circles that I follow, at least. So, yeah,
Mm.
my mom shouldn't know about what's going on. It's not reported on, like, Dateline, ABC News. I'm trying to get the information. What do you mean, a leak stream? However,
Okay.
I'm not on Twitter or TikTok that much, so it might be there.
It probably was because so let me see. I'm gonna pull up. Are you still watching the stream, or can you see it at all?
Yeah. Like,
Um,
not right now, but let me pull it up real quick.
No rush.
Great to see you, bro. How are you?
While you pull it up, I'm gonna go see what my dogs are barking about. I'll be right back.
Okay, word. I didn't even hear him though. Good job.
Thanks, I'm a pro.
Yes, we are new to the streaming world, so please bear with us and be patient. This is our first stream if you missed the news. Okay. I can't think when I do things. Okay, I did it. Hopefully you guys will be able to hear this when OG comes back. In the meantime, what do you think of my glasses? Yay or nay? Oh.
I'm back.
So he's back. She's back. Oh my gosh. What's Pony J doing in the chat? In the chat. So I have to say really quick that on screen, the main screen for the chat, y'all were supposed to be able to see the chat. And that's the one thing I couldn't get to freaking work today, so I spent way too much time on it. I actually like spent more time on it than prepping the content to show. Oh wait, I can't hear you.
Listen, it was because I coughed and I muted myself.
She's so
because I'm a pro and I know what I'm doing.
I haven't been muting you at all, so like thank God you're doing it. Okay, can you see my screen? Or the screen? Okay, it's
Yes.
delayed.
I wasn't gonna mention it. I didn't want to like break third wall. It is very delayed, but
Very delayed. Okay, wait, I'm gonna figure this out. I might just send you this link. Guys, we're figuring it out.
In the meantime, while she figures that out, please comment your favorite song, because I think what I've realized, like going back and listening to everything, I was like, oh, I like that song. And I had no idea, like it's on my save, like I not liked. There's so many songs out there that I just like haven't had the chance either to save or listen to, where I was like, oh dang, this is amazing. So if you're hearing this right now, comment your favorite song.
Correct. And so then did you go back and like listen straight through to the newest album that was like released in April? That
I am a little baby. I haven't yet. So I have like this weird thing with music where it's like I have to be in the right headspace to like take it in. Like I'll be so excited about the album and then I'll put it off for months because it's not the right time.
yes.
And so like with all of this happening, I was like, okay, like I'm really gonna front to back that album. And I looked at it 100 times and then I'm like, I just can't hit play yet.
That's so
But I
funny.
will. I'll get to that point.
Well, and I didn't realize I had already listened to a whole bunch of the songs because they were singles. Because at first when he died, I because I was doing stuff where I would have listened to music anyway. So I'm like, I put on some of his songs, but it's like I missed the album and only saw his singles. So like at first I was like, oh, I'm bummed that like he hasn't had an album in a while. So I'm like listening to EP after EP, and which honestly I don't mind because he ended up saying in an interview that he released some of them and then made tweaks to them on the album when he later released it. So I was like, oh, I don't it R&D or I don't know research. But where was I going with that? Damn. Oh, favorite song. Oh, I mean, yeah, you'll listen to it. But like I feel like I took every time I had to listen to music and I like devoted it to that specific like because it's a long ass album too. It's like 17 songs. So you can't listen all at once, which is kind of like obnoxious. Well, not really. Like I love it, but like I also like to be able to do that. So I get it. It's a whole thing.
Well, and like it goes. One thing like I do want to mention is like the people that are like, oh, Oliver Tree's not for me. It goes back to like people will probably hate me for saying this. Kendrick Lamar, I always say, if you hate Kendrick Lamar, move to the next album. The sounds are different. There is something there for everybody. And as silly as it sounds, Oliver Tree, the exact same writer. You don't like this song? Cool. Move to the next album. He probably has something for you. Like, it's so different the way that he was able to be like, I'm not one genre. Like, I'm gonna mess around and just experiment in a way that most artists don't do. And if they do it, they don't do it well. Well, and they're just like not passionate about it, I feel like. Like the passion he has for music as a whole, for producing, most artists don't have that. Most artists are, I'm passionate about rap, I'm passionate about hip hop, I like this certain sound. Where he was like, I just want to experiment and figure it out along the way. And if this flops, in my opinion, he was like, okay, it flops, but at least I did it.
Yeah. Yes. Because he was even mentioning all this other stuff that he like made or partially made or like spent time on or like that didn't come out. And he even said something, he was like, it was like he referenced this like Cribs I don't know if he meant literal cribs, like MTV Cribs, or just a cribs style video he made, but like he said it was this epic cribs for his old house that like Rihanna used to live in before him. That he was like, yeah, I made this whole thing, but like I never released it. I probably still will though. Like I would like he doesn't even live there anymore, you know. So it's like, well, what do you mean you never released it?
Right.
Like go ahead and do it, buddy. But
Yeah.
I
It's
I
just
thought
about doing it.
it shows that he's only doing what he's passionate about, and he's not like forcing it. He's just like, oh, I'm done with that. Like I've moved on.
Right.
Yeah, I think I figured out how you can watch this with me, so I'm gonna set that up really quick. I'm just gonna do it on the Discord
Okay,
and
dope.
share my screen with you.
Cool.
So, as long as you aren't looking at just yourself, I think that you will see it.
Dope.
Okay.
While you figure that out to share your screen, ooh, there it is. Another thing too, did you know that he never lived alone?
No.
He always lived with like his crew.
Oh. Who's his crew? Sorry.
His high school friends, dude.
Oh.
He just carried them along. Not like, ooh, carry them along, but like, it was like a, no, not like a mooch kind of thing, but like, hey, you guys, I made it. I like you guys. Come with me. And like, we can get into, if we want, like, is it weird to not live alone? Is that saying something? But I think I just take it for what it is of loyalty, friendship, and like the genuineness he had.
Yeah, but I could also see it as like not placing boundaries when you have resources, excess resources. But what do I know?
But also, he was traveling a lot.
So that's where I was gonna say I didn't know that, because all I was hearing is that for the last year plus, like he hasn't even had a home. He's been living out of a suitcase, quite literally, is like what he's like doesn't have a home.
Right. And I think that's why he was like, I have this fucking home. Come stay at it, because I'm not there.
There, that makes sense.
Right.
Well, are you ready for this video?
I think so. I don't know what to expect, but I'm ready.
Tell me if you can't hear it. Oops, what am I doing? I clicked play on the wrong screen. Oh wait, it's muted, I think.
I was like, I cannot hear it.
Can't hear it. Okay, let's try this again. No, why are
He doesn't have any limits, and he's digging to the. Is he?
So, conspiracy theory?
So yeah, correct.
I don't know how I feel about that. I will say I've seen another conspiracy theory where it was like another guy that was talking about Atlantic Records, and then he also passed away.
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe I'm like silly, but like conspiracy
wait, pause
theories
everything.
after.
You have to see the dog. Can you see him? Oh no, wait.
The stream's very delayed, but like in about 2 to 3 minutes.
I need to share the right screen with you so you can see him. He's just really cute. You'd love it. She shares, OG here shares the love for my baby boy. So.
Yes, that is my son. And I worked hard for that title. I got a few bites, I got a few nibbles. I worked very hard for that title, and I'm finally there.
We're keeping that off the internet. I don't know what she's talking about.
No, anyway, definitely not that.
I
Right. Yeah. I think I bit myself because I was scared. It was weird.
She tripped. She fell. God, that's funny. Anyway, okay. Moving on. What were we saying? Oh, I interrupted you. Got it.
Conspiracy theories.
Oh, you don't like
I
it
don't
'cause
know.
why? Okay.
Okay, I feel like people are clout hungry.
Mm. Mm.
I don't. Okay,
Interesting.
clout hungry in like the sense that it's like, okay, yeah, he said this one thing. Let's blow it all up and pretend that this guy. I'm not saying like, oh, that never happens, that like someone gets dead from something.
Mhm.
Obvious, like if you know, people just end up dead weirdly. But
Right.
I don't know. It just feels like Mark Zuckerberg wouldn't do that just because Oliver Tree said he has a coke problem.
So, I think that sounds insane as well. Um,
Okay.
so I guess to go back in my timeline a bit, so like my coworker was like, "Did you hear?" Or I said, "Did you hear?" She was like, "Did you hear about the Mark Zuck?" And I'm like, quite literally, what are you like? It caught me so off guard that in the moment I was like, "Which one's Mark Zuckerberg? Like which tech bro?" I couldn't even like. I genuinely was like, "What?" Like I was just staring with
Fair.
my mouth open. I think, but she was like, I just like heard it like something about a leak stream is what she said. Like she clearly hadn't seen it, like anything about it. And weirdly, I ended up leaving work early that day, like out of the blue. And then, which is funny because the next like day, I was like, well, it worked out because I ended up getting to deep dive this like with my extra free time. Because
Okay.
I then went home, straight up just Googled all like this was when still there was nothing out. I didn't even see a for sure thing that he was dead on that day. Because I Google Oliver Tree and it's still saying suspected dead. Suspected dead.
Right.
So I type in Oliver Tree, Mark Zuckerberg, literally that's it. And I barely really did it. Like I only really found a Reddit thread. And so that's why yesterday you ended up saying like I have a Reddit thread pulled up. So I was like, "Oh, that's what she found
Mm.
too." Um
Mm.
but it had the full clip of the stream and some context which like do we believe? I don't know, but it kind of fits, I have to say. Um about the video itself. And I watched it only because at first I was like, "Oh, here's the video, I'll save it for later." And then I was like, "What if it disappears off the internet?" Because I have to
Right.
say, if I were to give this conspiracy theory that I'm saying is a conspiracy, I would have to see that to have some basis. Like that it would be like
Okay.
hard to find and the information about his death, like that was all really aligning with like we're not seeing like really like details yet. So like what is true? Is he alive? Is he dead? Like I was really holding out hope because it was so weird that he was still alive and this was a publicity stunt for his album or a store.
I mean, yeah.
And I gave it till today. And if he didn't announce he's alive by today, it's just cruel. Like you that's just not
Right.
it
We
can't
talked about that
be.
yesterday. And then I was like kind of going back through the H3 thing today just to like refresh. And I forgot that on Monday, Ethan texted Oliver and was just like, hey, please say this is a joke.
No.
And he was like, I felt stupid texting him that, but I just had to make sure. And I was so when I heard that Wednesday when the show came out, I think that was like the moment like I laid it to rest of like,
Mm.
oh,
I don't like that. I hate like just to even picture him going through that. Like that's awful.
right.
Like as
Yeah. So
somebody
if
who knew him. Oof.
right, that's when it turns cruel. Like you can't
You're
even wait a
right.
couple
Yeah.
days before it turns cruel.
Yeah. For sure. That makes sense. I wasn't really thinking about it from the perspective of like who literally knew him.
Right. Well, because
Damn.
if anything, they would have been in on it.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Ethan wouldn't, I guess, had this video in the first place because they were such good friends, like on a texting basis.
And I
Like it
every
wasn't just
time I
like did
said
one show.
Right. And to give myself some credit, every single time I said out loud, I kind of like hope he's still alive. I said like it's a hope. I don't think it's true. It's just like in a
Right.
perfect world, he would not be dead. So like if he's faking it, sick. Like I'd love
And
to hear
that's
that.
still like what Ethan said. Like
Mm,
even when he was like doing the show, he was like, obviously, like I haven't come to terms with it. Like there is still that part of me that's like,
mm,
please, please, please. But
yeah. Yeah. Uh, well, so I guess okay. So that was my context for getting into the conspiracy
okay.
theory. I did watch the video. A lot of the comments, it's not a well seen or it's not like it's got a lot of views or tons. Um a lot of the
Is it just
comments,
Oliver?
no,
Like the
it's
leak
like the
stream?
stream. Um what do you mean? Like no, it shows other people. It's like at a party or something.
Okay. So like a lot of
Yeah.
people?
So it
Okay.
looks like it's a house party of some nature. I can't tell if it's supposed to be the guy who's streaming or not. It feels weird that he would do that at somebody else's house because he's got like a whole crew, it seems like, but like he's legitimately
And is this
streaming.
guy famous?
I didn't do enough digging to tell you that, and I'm extremely out of touch. So I couldn't tell you.
Do we know his name?
Um, I can figure that out for you.
I mean, I think we have to give it to the audience, if anything.
Like it's
Because if we
definitely
don't
like
know,
other people might know who aren't me because I don't know anything. Let me find it. Oh yeah, here it is. Ah, hopefully everybody didn't hear that.
self-subliminal? Okay, I've never.
Oh, you're seeing my screen sick.
Yeah.
Oh, so is this his name?
Okay, I've never heard of him.
Oh yeah, this guy. But to be fair,
Nick
he was
Live?
saying
Okay.
it was clearly like he's just getting into streaming. He's not a streamer. I don't know what other content he does. But in this
Okay.
video, he's indicating that this is a new thing because Oliver's been like, "Oh, I didn't know you were making videos or something like that." Like it was definitely like a change.
Got it.
Um,
Okay.
and so I honestly like I do feel like we should show parts of it only because it really did like I'm with you. I'm so with you on it's stupid and it kind of takes attention away from like where it should be cuz like I guess to put a pin in it for a second, like one of the first things out of my mouth when Nathan told me and like when I was like devastated in the moment, like you're kidding, right? Like my mouth's fucking open in shock
Right.
was it's m- I hate that like because he died his art is now going to be seen like but is going to be valued more. I think was my exact words. And
Even he
then
knew that though.
I then
Like
saw the
he
quote where
said
he was
that.
said, yeah, I didn't even know that at the time. And because I just knew that's how it fucking goes and that he was undervalued.
Right.
So I was like, oh my God, this is tragic that he like is stopping in his path here. But also that like it makes me like it's good and bad that like he's getting recognition either way, like post mortem or not. But like I hate that somebody has to die for them to be valued. And I
Right.
think that's actually what I said in the moment. Like I was like yelling at Nathan about it. So it was something like that. But it makes
I
me
mean, but
sick.
that's the thing too. Like, yes, it does suck, but even that like value after death only lasts until the next thing. So it's like,
Good point.
yes, they do get valued after death, but give it a week.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Like, unfortunately, that's kind of how it is. Give it a week
yeah.
and it's on to the next story. Yes, he had a huge outpour, but it's not sustainable.
Yeah. And I guess that's why, like, for how long it took for any, like, well, at least for me to see, like, real sources saying it's official, I was like, it's weird that they would halt this because by the time they say he's dead, no one's gonna remember he even lived. Like, at this rate? Like, that's what it felt like in that moment.
Right.
But, I don't know where we were heading with all that, but
I mean, we should probably. Do you want to get into this video?
the video. Okay.
Because, like, I guess I don't know what
So
this
let
is.
me,
Like, I don't know what to expect.
I'm gonna pull up the Reddit thread since I forgot you could see the screen too, so that we can I'll share a little context with each other in the stream.
Okay.
And then I'm not gonna pull it up for the stream just because they could find it. It wasn't hard to find. I'm not gonna promote it. But um I will say there was definitely so here's where I found the video. Okay, so they're just saying it's plausible that he could have been killed. Like, it's not impossible that somebody
I mean,
tried
nothing's
to.
impossible.
Exactly.
But just saying Zuckerberg is a party guy, like, he's known as a robot. If I was Mark Zuckerberg, I'd want to be known as a party guy instead of so disconnected from people that everyone hates me.
See, and I agree with that. And Nathan was like, everybody knows he was a partier, even from the fucking movie, apparently. Well, I don't know, but
Oh,
how they
yeah. What was
started
that movie?
Facebook. Well, I don't know about the movie.
Social Network.
I don't know if they I never saw the movie, but I don't know if that
Oh, it was
references it, but
amazing.
oh. Well, apparently when they were starting Facebook in real life, I don't know if in the movie
Yeah.
it's all coke and rating women ranking
Yes.
women's hotness.
Yeah.
So it's how are we not to assume the founder of that is not still a party guy?
Right. Well,
The shoe
because
fits.
everyone forgot about it because, yeah, it was cool, but then we learned who Mark Zuckerberg presents himself
Right.
as, and we're like, that can't be the same guy. That was fiction. He is AI.
Correct. But that's where I was looking for, I think it's this one. This comment, because it made me notice in the comment thread when I then looked at the video. They say, people were calling out AI bots spamming the comment section saying he's trolling or he's joking, but I'm gonna be super serious. It did not seem like a joke, and even Nick, the streamer guy, said that that recorded this live kept repeating that Oliver was legit upset with him. So just to note, the only thing of relevance
Upset
to
with
say,
Mark?
so the comments were saying Oliver's joking, he's trolling, but if you watch the video, and that's what this person did, and I have to say I mostly agree with this specific statement, it did not seem like he was joking. And the Nick, the streamer guy, also did not seem like he was joking when he realized how serious Oliver was.
Okay.
So just to give some context,
let's watch it.
that's just some context. So to pull up the video, I have way too much shit pulled up.
All right. I'm gonna scroll out
Here
of
we go.
screen real quick.
Say, we'll just watch the beginning at first, and
I'm guessing this is just a room full of rich, famous people.
yeah, it's kind of an outside terrace, I think, because it seems like a lot of it's outside.
Okay.
So we'll just hopefully it's not too loud. Everyone give us some grace. It's our first stream, in case you didn't know. Okay, we're getting into it.
Great, man. Yeah, I'm gonna come save it up in a second. I love you.
So this guy's Nick, the guy walking around.
Wedding. What up? Sorry to blast you guys.
Okay, referencing the wedding is how they know each other.
Going on a bro trip.
Dude, let me know. I'm down whenever.
I know.
So they're gonna say,
We just went to a cruise.
pause. They're going to say, oh, the guy just said it. What up, stream? They say they're streaming. I have to point that out. It was just said they're streaming, and they say it in front of all.
I didn't hear it.
So I'm gonna go back because I was looking.
Okay,
for
go
it.
back.
Let me know.
Yeah.
Take me back to the wedding. What up? Sorry to blast you guys at the stream. What up, Jake? Good to see you.
Flash you guys at the stream.
Okay. Blast you guys
guy's
the
gonna
stream.
say-
He noticed the cameras.
What up, stream?
We just went to a cruise.
Okay.
And that's the guy. That's the guy with Oliver in the moment. I gotta turn this down.
Right. But yeah, so they look at the cameras. He says it. Okay, so they know that they're
Yeah.
being streamed.
But I saw a comment somewhere that, and that's where it's like, who knows what's fucking true, that said Oliver could have been on shroom, like could have or was on shrooms. And that's where like I was
Mm,
like, I can see that he does seem like hot, like in some sense he's missing points, but he's with it entirely. In some, like, you'll hear if we watch any amount of this that like he's not out of it, he's just missing the wrong context. Like he's and it's clearly loud because he kind of goes like this several times. So it's like I don't think he's hearing everything, and he's latching on to the wrong thing when they're all talking.
right.
So that's why it's like, yeah, they're saying he's streaming, but you'll see he doesn't understand yet. You'll see it because it's multiple times. I'll show you one example.
Should I feel bad for watching this?
I don't think so, only because of what the conspiracy itself is. That's why I felt okay doing it.
Okay, that makes sense.
And I have to say, I'm gonna pause for a comment that says "Cue X-Files theme" for all this. Da-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na. Okay, so no, don't feel bad.
Investigating.
But that's why I wasn't gonna give it like a big platform, because like I'm not gonna share where, like, I'll share bits and pieces because I think it's relevant, but I'm not gonna be like, here's where you like. I'm not gonna share the source. Like, people
Watch
can
the
go find
whole
it themselves.
16-minute video, right?
Exactly. Okay.
No, the hand
So
there. Luckily we came back okay.
talking about a cruise,
Yeah, it's a thing.
talking about
You put horns on the
swingers.
door and you can be included.
So I have to say, because there was a comment, so to give context before it happens, that was like, you can tell he's trolling because, and almost the direct quote from the comment was, when he says something about like SpongeBob and orgies, like that's the giveaway that he's trolling the whole time. And it's like, well, yeah, he's trolling then, and it's the most obvious thing I've ever heard. That doesn't mean he's trolling the whole time.
Okay,
So I'll like stop here
right.
for that context.
A pineapple and you're
Upside down.
Is that why SpongeBob is now getting so much?
No, because
Perfect
of the
timing.
upturn.
Oh,
SpongeBob is officially canceled. Yeah.
because of the pineapples.
Because of the orgies.
Because of the orgies.
Yeah.
So many orgies happening on these cruise boats. And I was in Antarctica, they were having orgies. I'm not kidding at all. On the cruise boat.
Dude, there was one time on the cruise where I thought I was being asked to have a three-way, and I've never had a three-way. Like
What
that.
does an upside
This must have been the
pineapple
pineapple.
mean on a cruise?
No, I didn't. I didn't even know about this.
I haven't seen you since the wedding.
Look at
I
this.
know,
Look
that
at
was
this.
fun.
Right.
That was a,
So that's
See, and like that's the thing, real quick, like about bits. Like, I consider myself an expert. It's so easy
okay,
to
dumb idiot.
switch in. Listen, ask anybody in 5 feet from me when I have a drink in my hand about if I know bits. I roll
Okay,
with the
that's
best
fair.
of them.
I can attest to that.
But it's like so easy to be like, oh, I'm bidding, and then just go back to being completely serious. And like not even in a way that it's like intentional, but it's just like, okay, bid's done. Oh yeah, hey man, how have you been since the wedding? Like you phase in and out.
Yes.
You're not like constantly a character, especially when he's just at a party.
And that he clearly is, because he says later that he's like not doing any, like he's not performing, because he says, I'm not doing anything
Right.
live tonight. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, so
Yeah.
I'll keep going. I'll just keep skipping if it seems irrelevant.
dude, that was
No God.
An upside pineapple on a cruise ship.
Don't care about that.
Yeah.
Yo, you're
Now
hilarious.
you know, bro.
That's funny.
That's
Okay, wait, I think
yeah.
Yeah.
Used by swingers.
We use it all the time.
Yeah.
Yo, you're hilarious.
oh,
you know, bro.
well, he uses it. The swingers
Oh,
thing.
you are too. Wow, you're a pineapple guy.
He's done it too. I did it once, but we didn't do
Oh,
it
he
together.
showed me. He showed
It
me.
wasn't at the same time.
It would. I mean, it'd be fine if that's what you guys. That's what you do.
Musk was at this fucking party.
Wait, bro.
It's just a matter
Uh-oh.
of time.
Yes.
Okay, I've skipped
That's
ahead too far.
Elon Musk was at this fucking party. Mark Zuckerberg. It was
Dude.
Logan's wedding.
I know, and you went right up to Mark, and dude, he was dapping you up and hugging you.
Mark had a nose piercing. It was so crazy.
But he-
So he was literally so lit, bro. He got so drunk he fell off the water slide.
And he said he wears makeup to cover it up when he's doing public speaking or anything. That's
I
crazy.
was tripping out. I was looking at. We made eye contact. I was like, does he know it's me? And then he came up to me. He's like, bro, I love you. And then I was like,
crazy.
He gets on the water side like 20 minutes later. He fell so hard, but he pierced his nose, bro. He's going crazy with it.
He is. I think he's going through a phase.
He started with the chain, and then he went up to the nose ring.
He's turning into a rapper.
Bro, last time I saw him, he had dreads. Not like full dreads, but like
The Zuck?
he had the Zuck.
It's a private party kind of thing, but dude, you should get him on a song now.
I want to get him on a song, but I feel like I need to do something bigger.
Okay.
I want to launch a social media.
Well,
Oh, really?
pause it real quick. Are you aware that Mark Zuckerberg is trying to rebrand himself as like this cool guy?
Am I? No.
Yeah.
No, I never
Okay.
thought.
So I don't keep up with Mark. I don't really care, but it was a big meme because everyone was dogging on him that he started dressing like a human.
Oh,
Like
maybe I did
started
see
spending
this.
his money on like trains. So like he did have like a chain and everything where he was like, "Oh, I'm so cool." So if anything, maybe Oliver is adding to like that cool factor that Mark was trying to establish. Because again, Oliver, from what we know, yes, you know, you can say whatever about this clip, but Oliver is one to not pick out the negatives of somebody. So if he's cool with Mark Zuckerberg, like he says, then he's like adding to this character, like, oh yeah, dog, he has a nose ring now. Like he was cool. We had a good time, which is how Mark is now trying to represent himself.
I think that all totally makes sense. Yeah,
So
totally.
something to consider. I mean, both things have probability, but it is important to note that he was trying to rebrand himself recently, unsuccessfully.
And he goes on to say, I mean, he's clearly at least, whether or not they're considered friends, they're at least friendly. And from what they, let me pause and shut my door.
Yeah, like they're friendly in the same way that Oliver Tree is friendly with everybody he meets. Again, like he's not picking the favorites.
But what I was going to say is, like, if Mark Zuckerberg is friends with Oliver Tree, why the fuck would he have him killed? That's insane. Like, that's so
Right.
insane. Like, we're giving, like, he must be a true, like, psychopath. Like, to be, like, that's the level we're at if we're considering it, because they're clearly, and I don't think it's a well-known thing, but clearly from this thing alone, they're friends or friendly. So why would you kill your
Right.
friend? Because they mentioned you have
I
you
mean,
smell coke.
two things can be true. Like Jeffrey Epstein could be like friends with someone, hey, you spill my secrets,
Well,
dead to me. But Mark
fair.
Zuckerberg, as far as I'm aware, all he did was get a nose piercing and fall off a water slide. So if those secrets are spilled, it's not like, oh, I'm going to kill you now.
Right.
So I don't know how I feel about the conspiracy theory on this. I'm more on the conspiracy theory of Atlantic Records.
So put a pin in it, because I'm waiting for you to tell me that. But there's more that you
Okay.
have to see of this, because
Okay.
I'm with you. So it takes a while for him to really understand that this is live. So all of this,
I'm open to it.
so like I'll show you, but like to give more context, because I'm not gonna show the whole thing. This it goes a hot minute of them being pretty jokey and friendly, but throughout, and I'll show you at least one example before I skip ahead. He's like, no, I'm like, we're not doing a live, but like, if you want, you can like let me help you clip some of this and like use it for future content, but I'm not doing a live. He genuinely does not think he is on a live stream throughout this whole thing until, and I'll show you later when that changes. So that's where I want to
Is
point
this
out
a
that
leak stream?
yes,
Or did
that's
What's His Toes post it? I mean,
so
what's the
it was
theory behind that? Is this guy just trying to get clout?
I don't know how it got leaked as a clip. It was posted live by the guy, but and if we are to believe what we are to see,
Okay.
he does tell Oliver that it's live multiple times, and I think he
Right.
starts to think that Oliver is doing a bit, because he starts to be kind of like, oh no, we're not doing live, haha. But it's like, He said multiple times that it is live at that point.
I will say though, it is shitty just to be live at a party when everybody's guard is down.
No, 100.
I don't respect that.
100% agree with you. 100%. But I get where it's like from his perspective, he's just like, well, I was saying it was live. I don't know why Oliver was acting like it wasn't. But like, he gets the point
Because
eventually.
drugs
Don't worry.
exist.
Well,
because alcohol
correct.
exists. If you
Correct.
ever do that at a Halloween party to me, I will have, just
I'll leave it here because I want you to get the most of the like Mark Zuckerberg context, and then I'll skip ahead to when it gets more like legit, like serious.
okay.
Yeah, well,
The next Facebook?
we're thinking it's basically a cryptocurrency type.
This is what they're gonna do
Not a
together.
program, but something similar.
Okay, wow. He did everything he did. Now he's.
Well, he's good now.
It's not like a bump and dump, but like we're planning on polling.
Well, no, it's more of a pyramid scheme. So we set up basically a tier where
So
you
he's
get paid, other
saying
people get paid, and
that
then-
him and Mark Zuckerberg are gonna have a
Right.
pyramid
Probably back in
scheme
the day, all the girls would,
Bitcoin.
like, do that drink thing, and they would all do a pyramid.
So that's obviously a bit.
It's just
But
like.
it's way more lucrative.
Okay, wow.
We made millions.
I'm not saying the business thing is a bit. I'm saying how he's explaining it is
Oh,
a bit. No one would
yes.
explain their thing as a pyramid scheme.
Right, but I'm like, I could see them all getting behind it. Like,
Yes, so I
100%.
could see. Well, but would Oliver Tree have a pyramid scheme? No. So I can see them having a
But he-
business deal,
so
but
he
then
ends up
he's
saying-
joking that it's a pyramid scheme.
Yes, but he ends up saying something that makes me think that Mark Zuckerberg's already made money off something in this realm where he's not actually making any money yet. He's just like talk to him about it. Let me I think he was gonna say it right there.
The girls underneath them?
Yes.
It's just
But
like.
it's way more lucrative.
Okay, wow.
We made millions already.
He says
No,
Mark.
we.
I'm working personally doing private equity, but
Wow.
I've worked with Mark
Zuck
for years.
coin.
That's why you got.
Zuck coin.
Yes, when I
On
came
the
up, you were
coin.
just happy to see me, but you like.
He was going crazy, bro, but it was crazy. They took him away in a stretcher. He was on the ambulance, and they were driving him out of there, and I was looking, I was like, is Zuck going to be okay?
He's a partier.
He's a big partier.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that.
I know, and he doesn't have any limits, and he's big into the...
Is he? I didn't know that. I didn't know that about him. Damn.
So bad, bro.
Do you think
I was with him, he was in the bathroom, he was hiding out in the stall. I was like, bro, you can't be using that.
Mark Zuckerberg goes in the bathroom to get a quickie?
I don't know what he was doing. This is all hearsay. This is all...
And you guys were gone for a
This is a
while.
legend. This
You
is a
guys,
legend.
yeah, it's a legend. He's basically invincible.
But you were telling me you wanted to travel. You've been traveling more? I saw you got
Okay. So here,
Okay,
he
I
goes
think it's
back
a
and he's
bit.
talking about the guy. Okay.
I think it's a bit. I think that he knows Mark Zuckerberg. He probably parties with Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg might be doing coke, but I think that he's blowing it up without realizing. And yes, there are negative repercussions. I don't think he's realizing that. And there could be some truth into Mark Zuckerberg being like, hey, don't ever do that again. But I think this is all a bit so far.
And I honestly, I agreed with you. Well, at this point, it was more of like, is it a bit like I can't like I was like I could go either way, and when I was watching it.
This is how I would like
Um,
talk about someone, like if I was doing a bit, like, okay, well, yeah, we got a little crazy, but then I'd be like, yeah, and then June just like fucking down 30 beers. It was wild. Like, you should have been there. She was projectile vomiting everywhere. When, like, truth of the matter is, like, you drank 3 drinks and usually you do 1. You know what I mean?
And I am a lightweight, so that's so fair. Hey, no, we're not doing that. Get down. No. Okay, I'm gonna speed it up and because I want us to hear the first time that he's like, no, we can't have this like on air.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, I got the. It's still. Do you see it's still there a little bit? You see the light?
I think you faked it, bro.
They're talking about henna.
Just on the side of the street.
But it was fake. Still scarring.
Oh.
I was like, that happened to me too. Because
Makeup artist. There's a lot of tuggy spots though, but
I don't know about anything about that.
Well, you gotta ask Jeannie about that.
What have you been doing?
We're vlogging. We're taking streaming serious starting really Monday.
I love it.
Yeah, we're.
And you guys work together?
We're together. Yeah.
Bro, give me a high five. This is crazy.
He's
He's like,
Come along.
this is where I want to point out. He's like, yeah, we're doing this streaming thing. He never looks at, oh, well, maybe he does. He doesn't really look at the camera. He looks at the people. He's looking at the cameraman. Like, he does this multiple times where he's not interacting with the camera. He's interacting with the people. So, just of note.
Right.
Way since I seen you. I mean, I knew you when he was like 16 or 15.
Yeah, you used to give me a lot of advice.
I used to not. I was like 18 at the time.
You gave me vocal lessons.
I know I did that. And you go basically through up all the way through the scale. But this guy's a hell of a singer. The pipes on this dude is actually bizarre.
He used to play Adele for me, and we would have to sing over the Adele songs, and I was horrible. It was a hard
I
challenge.
loved Adele always, and back in the day I used to have a Dell computer. So the crazy part was,
This is why Zuck's with you.
I'm a technical.
Uh-oh.
Well, that was stolen, but
Skipped
I
ahead too
got
much.
LimeWire.
You did? Dude, you're a genius, but this is why Zuck's with you.
I'm a technical coder, so I work really heavy in the computer languages, but I mostly do visual coding languages. That's my preferred. I'm not big into Python. I used to use a lot of script.
Oh.
I can code traditionally too.
Wow, what kind of classes did you have to take for that?
I went to college for it. I have a bachelor's
Computer science.
science,
Yep.
but music technology
Heard of this now.
specifically. And guess what I wrote my senior thesis on?
What'd you write?
Memetics. I wrote how to turn yourself into a meme. This is an actual factual story.
And you go to school?
No, but you can pick any dissertation.
You got creative with it.
Yeah, I decided that would be valuable for me arts, and then I moved over to Yale. And it was a summer program that turned into a whole year. So it was basically 12 months my specialty.
But weren't you doing rowing at Yale too?
Yeah, rowing. I was on the team. But that was the thing, bro. That team, they actually, I don't know if you know what happened in the Olympics about too.
No, what happened?
They got shut down.
Really?
They were found, and I was not part of that during the team, but they were exposed to be using steroids.
Okay, viewer, I'm not gonna judge, bro. Mark
Steroids.
Zuckerberg, he likes the rowing guys. I get it.
I can't comment on any of the situations that happened, but
Got it.
have you tried to people go get here? So what do you guys do? Is this for YouTube?
This is streaming Twitch, so it does go to YouTube, but we do YouTube videos, we do one a week, and that's more concept, storyline.
But you're not going to upload this footage, are you?
Oh, it's gonna fuck up the mark.
Excuse me?
It's gonna fuck up the mark.
We can't put anything about Mark Zuckerberg in this. Is it a YouTube video or what?
It's live. Like it's already being
What
clicked
do you
up.
mean
Like live streaming on Twitch.
No, I'm not doing any live stuff tonight. I just came here to have a little personal time. I came with a couple buddies, but the thing is, we can't have any of that footage actually leak out.
Okay.
Pause it.
Text the editing group.
So,
This
yeah,
is
tell
a
me your thoughts,
bit.
Sarah.
This is a bit.
I hope it
He's
is.
just fucking with this guy, and he's just like, hey, I know that you just got all this fucking huge story. Now that the conversation's dying down and we're like talking about me coding, but you're not gonna upload this, are you? I think this is a bit.
All right, sick. I hope so too.
I mean, obviously I can be wrong. But I think like, I don't know, I've been in that place of, oh no, I'm being filmed and I'm not at my best self. I think it would have been like a little more panicked. It would have been, I'm walking away. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be like, I'm going to just keep standing here talking into, he has like a microphone.
Right.
I'm not going to keep talking in the microphone if I think, hey, wait, no, you can't post any of this. I would walk away from the microphone and the camera as soon as I realized, oh, fuck.
That makes total sense. I kept thinking that. So,
Yeah. And I don't, like, if you see Oliver Tree react or like interact with anybody, the bits are so real. So yes, it is hard to tell a difference, but just the fact that he's still staying there, obviously there's a light on him because it's dark outside.
yeah, I know.
Like, everything about this is production. There's not like one like thing where he could have thought that this was a secret or he didn't know.
I agree.
And I think celebrities are trained to walk away. Like, celebrities know, oh, hey, this guy that I haven't seen in like a year is coming up to me with a microphone and a light. Oh, sorry, I'm not doing that tonight. Walk away. They're trained. It's not just like if you came up to me and I'm like, oh, cool.
See, that's where I'll devil's advocate you, because yes, they are trained. This is Oliver Tree. This is somebody he knows. He's not going to walk away from somebody he knows. He clearly knows him well. He's known him since he was a kid. He taught him singing lessons. They partied a weekend. That's a direct quote at one point. So
yeah, but if like someone came up to me like that, I'd be like, yeah, man, can't wait to catch up with you. Let me know when you're done filming, because you're obviously filming.
Makes sense.
And Oliver Tree is an experienced drug user. I mean, for the people that know, like,
That's fair.
before he got his start, he was abusing drugs. Like, it's not like this is a new game to him.
Mm-mm. You're right. That's a good point. Because I said the shroom thing already, right?
Right.
Sorry, I needed some light. Okay,
Oh, no, you're
well,
good.
I'll just keep skipping to where it feels relevant, I guess, because there's more to come that's relevant. So,
Okay.
And the Clippers.
oh, okay, this
Okay.
is important. Oops. Oh no! Why did it just jump so
This
far?
is important.
It
Skip.
jumps to the beginning. Okay, shit.
5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I'm close with his brother.
Oh, are you? Oh,
Eduardo.
Rhode Island.
Uh,
Rhode Island.
Right.
Yes. And you know,
oh shit. Oh yeah, I was right
this is
there.
streaming Twitch, so it does go to YouTube, but we do YouTube videos. We do one a week, and that's more concept, storyline.
But you're not gonna upload this footage, are you?
He does look like.
The mark.
Excuse me?
It's gonna fuck up the mark.
Come on.
We can't put anything about Mark Zuckerberg in this. Is this a YouTube video or what?
It's live. Like it's already being
What do
clipped
you mean
up.
live?
Like live streaming on Twitch.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, this is a whole bit.
I just came here to have a little personal time. I came with a
So
couple
this
buddies.
this inner.
We can't have any of that footage actually leak out.
Okay, I'm gonna text the editing group.
So this
and the
is where I
Clippers.
said I think the guy. So he. Well, stop. This is where I meant to. We were supposed to start here last time. Okay, let me shut up.
You clip.
Okay, I'm gonna text the editing group and the Clippers.
You Clippers.
Clippers.
How much are you paying per year?
So that's where I say he's listening. He's with it. He just jumped to the wrong thing. Oh, you have clippers? How much you paying them? I want some clippers. You know what I'm saying?
What do you
He's
mean,
saying-
like, jump to the wrong thing?
So the Nick guy is saying, "Oh, it can't be live. It's already live. I've told like it is live. But if you're saying this can't go out, I'm going to text my editors and my clippers and say don't let this get out." He jumps
Right.
to, "Oh, you have clippers? What are you paying them?" That's not the next rational thought. When you're saying you don't want stuff, like that doesn't make sense. That's where I think it's like maybe there's something like I don't know, but I think it's more of like I
Right.
relate to it. I would have jumped to that because I can see where he's interested. It's like I say that he's probably like, how much you paying him, because he's like, I'm wondering that, like, this is information that I can walk away with, and that's why he's not even thinking about the self-preservation thing that much. He's like, oh, this isn't live, okay, oh, what are you paying your clippers? That's how I took this.
Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like I don't think this guy on the left, Zach, is like a big deal.
No,
So like if I
probably
was
not.
doing a bit and I was like, "Oh, you have clippers for your 300 people
Okay, that's a good
streams,"
point.
like I would easily latch onto that and be like,
Great
"Oh yeah,
point.
how much you paying them, dude?" Like that
Okay,
was
fair.
just like the next step in the bit.
That makes so much sense. Okay, I'm gonna rewatch it with that.
Like
in
if you've
mind.
seen me interact with any white man, that was the next step.
Okay. Okay.
And the Clippers.
You Clippers.
Clippers.
How much are you paying per year?
Okay.
In total, I'm not sure.
But he really runs with
we
it.
have our head guy Genie, who's on salary.
Genie?
Who's right? Yeah, it's this.
Wait, I
He
saw
knows
Genie
him.
5
Have
minutes
you
ago.
seen me work live, dude? You run with the bit until it's dead.
Fair.
It's
I
not
guess
just a
so.
one-off because they wouldn't get it. I want you to tell me how much you pay them because you're not paying them. Or if you
Well, let me
are,
just-
it's like silly.
I feel like I'm just gonna jump ahead. So, like I said, okay, maybe I didn't say it. I almost said it. That type of conversation happens like 2 to 3 times where it's like,
Right.
is this live? Is this not? Like, it's weird how many. Like, he's like, because Nathan walked in on
That
me
is
watching it, and
fair.
he's like, how would he not know it's live? So it's like that could be a bit, or he could really not understand. I don't know, but it happens 2 to 3 times. To skip
The
ahead,
fact that it happens 2 to 3 times is weird because the bit's dead, don't go back to it.
exactly. That's why I say I wasn't certain on anything until I got way further into the video, and because I was really
Okay.
like, it probably is a bit, and then things turn, and I was like, I don't think I agree with that anymore. Like it does seem serious.
Right.
So I know I was gonna jump around here.
I can't tell if you're time to go. Everything's really cheap.
Yes, yeah, you're
Oh.
good. You are good.
But right now is actually
My grandma's there, so it's
I've
kind of
been-
dangerous.
Is she okay?
She's okay.
Oh, they're talking about
Oh my God.
traveling.
There's some crazy shit. Like she was.
So
No,
sorry.
no, it's scary, but
Is
it's
she
like.
okay?
He's all
She's good.
concerned
She's
about
only
his
swimming a lot.
grandma just like being somewhere dangerous.
I really feel, honestly, my dad is so stressed. I feel bad for him.
But he's based in the States.
Yeah, he's in Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember I was gonna say Windy City, but I don't want to say the wrong thing.
No, yeah, that's good.
But I have a-
How do you do this?
I have photographic memory.
Like we were like drinking and smoking weed, and
We were doing more than that. They gave out
I-
those
yeah.
the mushroom brownies. We can't put this in the video.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You remember when they were giving out the mushroom
And we
brownies?
were crushing those.
Bro.
That's a bit.
You put 7 back. Yeah, I didn't even see the next day.
It was actually.
I
didn't
hope
even
I
make
didn't.
an actual wedding.
It was 6.5. Wasn't 7, but I don't
Dude,
count. the
Logan was
numbers.
looking around. Where's Oliver? Where?
I
Where's...
know. Bro,
He
did you
was
see how I was
upset.
naked skinny dipping? I was like, everyone's like, we're going skinny dipping.
Oh, I
jump
did
in
see
the-
that. I
yeah,
went to
and
bed
it was
right
just
before that.
me. It was just me.
Oh, it was just you? Well, Mike, it was you and Mike Malek. I saw the
No,
video.
no, no. Mike Malek had on a Speedo.
Oh, but you guys were in the water together. Like,
Now I'm like, I don't know where to
Oh.
jump ahead now.
Thinking of Mike's friend.
Harry. Well, I thought Harry Jousey was holding you.
No. This stuff out. It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, okay.
Don't talk about it.
It's live. We gotta.
As long as we cut this stuff out, it's all good. It's all good. What's up?
See, this guy.
James.
James.
Ah.
Wait, you're not affiliated with the Giant Peach, are you?
Back in the day.
Have you seen James and the Giant Peach? It's one of the greatest films. I'm a big fan. He did Witches. He did James and the Giant.
All my editors real.
Okay.
I'm just gonna. Maybe you guys talk. You guys stay here. I'm just gonna call my editors real quick.
Right. If you could just pass the message along,
Yeah.
everything needs to be trimmed down, and they send it on Frame.io tomorrow.
We're gonna make sure. Yeah, I'm gonna be right back. You guys stay right here.
Is this for your YouTube channel, or what is it for?
Yeah. It's gonna go on YouTube. It's also a stream. It's live. I want to tell you it's
shorts
live.
or what? No, it's all good. I won't do the live stuff. I'll just do whatever else is included.
Okay. Well,
I'll do the a la carte. So I'll just.
I just let the editors know that we're gonna cut some stuff. I'm gonna send some time codes to our guy Gene.
And wait, is this your manager?
No, this is Daniel.
Yeah, I'm Daniel.
He's always like, nice to meet ya.
Just make sure just send the Frame.io link to me, and I'll just write edits for cut. I got you. Perfect. Great team you got here, and this guy is talented.
He's amazing. He's gifted.
Crazy DP.
Yeah.
Some of the moves this guy was doing earlier, I saw him. He was holding one hand here.
Bro.
And he was spinning.
You gotta see him, bro. When the lady.
Okay, it's a bit.
Numbers while he's
How you
filming.
do it, man?
Hold on.
Honestly, that's
good.
fucking fire.
You don't have a girlfriend, do you? Do you have a
I
girlfriend?
wish I could. I should
Oh,
speed this up better.
Don't
My bad.
put him
Yeah,
on.
sorry. That never happened. I'm so sorry.
We'll just edit it. It's all
That was a
good.
joke. That was a joke.
This stuff gets edited. We'll upload it on YouTube Shorts.
We've never edited, but we're gonna first time edit it for you. I already made the call.
You didn't edit it before?
Well, it's live. It just goes right.
Yeah, but tomorrow it's live. But when do you do the live stream? What's the date?
Right.
I will context in the repeat of this conversation. He says multiple times, like, "Oh, but it's going live tomorrow. It's going live tomorrow," which like makes no sense to me, but he says it multiple times. So
Yeah,
that's why
I
he
just
says
think
it
it's
there.
I think it's a bit, and then the guy on the Zach isn't good at bits.
That's
So then it
You're
like
probably
takes
right.
almost like a serious nature just because he's not able to like give it back as fast. So he's like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna call my editor, and he thinks he's like really fucking playing into the bit. So Oliver's working with nothing. And again, like we won't know. Nobody can know what if it's a bit or if it's not. But I feel like if you watch enough Oliver videos, it's just like, or if you do enough drugs, you're still not that dumb.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs.
I mean, you're right.
But like
I
it
don't
still doesn't make
know.
you that dumb.
I'm gonna stop.
But we won't know.
I'm gonna stop speaking because you have to see the end.
Should we end it? Should we just close it? I'm gonna stop speaking too. It's been great.
Yeah, and no one will ever see it.
Thank you guys so much. We're gonna stop speaking now.
That's a wrap.
Roll the outro.
There's no outro. Not today. Okay. I'm hitting play.
Right now.
Okay.
No, we're live.
But I
Don't say
mostly
anything
agree
you're
with
not
you.
supposed to say. I'm telling you right
Oh, okay.
now.
So he
I'm telling you,
finally
no,
pulls him
live.
aside.
Don't say anything you're not supposed to say. I'm telling you
And you
right
so
now. I just wanna
we're
let you know
live.
so don't say anything you're not
Oliver's
supposed to say.
eyes get huge.
We can't have any of this footage get out.
Are you serious?
He's mic'd up, dude.
Whatever cuts you want.
That mic's not live, is it?
He has a.
Turn the mic
Okay,
off.
I don't know what to do.
Turn it off.
Sorry.
Oliver is literally speaking directly into this guy's mic.
Yes.
You can't. I honestly, never mind. You can't tell me that this is
hold on.
real. I've officially gone to this is such a bit.
I get it, but
I'm
I
10
feel like
toes
with the
down in
stopping
it.
and starting, you're not getting the full context. No, just watch the whole thing.
Sorry,
That's where
I'm
I'm
trying
at.
not to. It is
Oh my God.
copyrighted for or whatever claimed
Free
by
this
just
is
watching some guy's video.
This is fair use? You should know.
I'm making it transformative, dude.
Okay,
But go on.
so I don't know if it'll come through in this like lower vault because like they do cut the mic, but you can hear pretty well bits and pieces if you like turn it up. And that's
Alright.
where it really is incriminating, only because of what they're saying, okay? So I'm gonna rewind. Hot mic.
You want?
That mic's not live, is it?
Well, it's on right now.
Turn the mic
Okay,
off.
I don't know what to do.
Turn it off.
Sorry.
What's about to happen is you're about to go tell your cameraman to turn the camera off. You need to shut this whole party down. Yeah, this is not happening. Okay, I'm shutting this shit down.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
What I'm talking about here, bro, this is high level stuff. If people start finding out about my connections to the big pharmacy industry, to crypto, to finance, to the big banks.
Yo.
Oliver's mic'd up. Pause it.
See?
Those people on the left side of the screen are closer than Oliver and they're talking. There's no reason that we should hear Oliver more than that party on the left.
You probably are right with
Oliver
that.
is mic'd up. Fucking X-Files, dude.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I'm sorry, but yeah, you should have been able to hear those on the left way more than Oliver, especially if he's trying to talk quiet. No, this is production. This is why he's so good, because he can make us watch a 16-minute video and not know if it's real or if it's a bit, and that's why he stays the king. Because I'm not gonna lie, every now and then he got me, but
That's what
this
I'm
is a
saying.
bit.
I really like, because I just watched it like all the way through, and then I was like, I don't know, this is seeming wild. Like, it just like seems real sussy. Like, I'm just like getting my like face probably like an inch away.
He's a genius. It's not just music. Like the way that he can just do everything like this. He knows how to be talked about.
We do have a comment saying confirmed bit.
I did see that. I didn't want to rub it in your face though.
I'm still playing out through the end. You have to see the end. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going.
Okay.
They do keep going after he puts it down.
This could damage my reputation. Okay, I keep a squeaky.
And they would never do this part.
Yeah.
They would never keep doing it.
I have a very good track record.
Because they're
But
nobody comparatively.
Well, I know why they would do it, but if they gave a shit about Oliver, they would not have kept going right here.
Exactly.
But he does say the only thing that made me come back to when me and you talked for a second yesterday when you said like he's never been in a controversy. He says, and I'll rewind it, it's something about how like his squeaky clean image or something like that, like how he keeps it all like compartmentalized in a way that it made me call back to that when you said it. So I just have to point it out.
Been seeing you for a while. I don't know about that reputation.
I have a very good
That
track record.
scootering incident, bro.
Action sports aside, I keep a very clean track
I want you to know that we're very professional, and I would never.
I just don't want you to do me dirty because this happened last week.
Okay, well, I didn't know.
Do you know Tota?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, he
I don't know
fucked me
personally.
over. He uploaded the footage before I had agreed. So none of this gets out. You understand
Did you bring
that?
out Mark Wall? Did you bring out Mark? Did you bring out Mark Zuckerberg? Sorry.
Mark Zuckerberg has nothing to do with this. I don't know.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
Is this still rolling? You put the camera.
Guys. Bro, he was just. I don't know. He was spilling all his information about doing coke with.
This part is where it's like either this guy is being serious and he's stressed, or he's really bad at the bit.
Mark Zuckerberg and partying with
He's
him,
so
and
bad
it's
at the
like,
bit.
This can't go anywhere. I'm like, relax.
Wait, I thought he was trolling that whole time. I'm not gonna lie.
No, he's dead ass serious.
He's dead ass.
Yeah, he's pissed, bro. Bro, he just said all his. He's worried about the clips, bro. The clip.
First ever op is all of his trees.
Take this as a compliment or an insult,
We never.
but that jawline would never be good at bits.
Why would that be a compliment?
It's a nice jawline. It's a nice
Oh.
jawline. It's very defined.
Got it.
That kind of guy is not good at bits.
You're right.
He
doesn't
didn't
be.
have to perfect that skill.
Then that tracks.
Yeah, any guy that looks like that is not going to help you carry the joke along.
I thought you were dissing his jawline, so I was like, "Oh, where's the compliment?" Just me being he's not got that Oliver Tree charisma, that Riz, that Oliver Tree
No.
Riz. That's what the comments
Because
say.
he didn't have to. He had that jawline since he was 13. He's good.
Paying for a good haircut, that's all you need.
Right.
Okay.
Try to do anything that's gonna piss anyone off, but we might have really just pissed him.
He seemed like he was still like he liked you. He was
No,
very concerned
because
about whatever you said.
We were at Logan's wedding. We partied the whole weekend together.
Yeah.
Fuck.
He would be Logan's friend.
He is mad. He's
Don't
worried.
clip that. Do not clip whatever happened. That's up.
Someone said, "Don't worry, Nick. I got a clip that guy, bro. You need to text the Clippers right now, and tell them." Not
Like,
to
what?
I think we just cut the whole Oliver Tree segment. I don't want to have any.
To be fair, this was a month old, and it only supposedly was leaked like a week ago. So it's like it did seem like the guy didn't put it out.
Yeah, because if you look at the comments, Clout Chaser
Did the
from
comments
chat, or I'm sorry, from chat, he's a Clout Chaser.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I didn't see the chat.
And then if you look at the soft jawline guy on the left, he is not keeping a straight face. He knows the bit. He knows that his friend is doing awful.
You're probably right.
Soft jaw is like, yeah, dude, you're really carrying this on.
That's why I fell for it, because my soft jaw. Outing myself. I was like, guys, this is real. This is serious.
Well, no, I'm saying soft jaws know the bit. We've learned this science. It was part of our upbringing. You have a soft jaw, you get
I
bits.
just can't play it. I can't play it off. That's fair.
Right.
Correct. Yeah.
And that might be because of another diagnosis and not the soft jaw.
What? I don't know what you're even talking about. As I hit play.
Okay, guys.
That probably is the end.
He's such a great.
See, he was laughing. Go back. Go back 5 seconds.
Not to put. I think we just cut the whole Oliver Tree segment. I don't want to have any.
Look at soft jaw on the left.
Okay, guys, we love Oliver. He's such a great.
You see that?
I did see it.
I don't want to have any.
Don't mess with me.
That no one wants, so let's just respect his privacy. Anything he may have said that shouldn't go online.
Okay, well, that's where it ends.
Oh, chat. This guy probably sabotaged the helicopter. Yes.
This guy.
Yes. I would rather believe this guy had a part in it instead of Mark Zuckerberg. 100%.
I guess.
Because this guy is just clip farming. Or like one of his clippers. Oh, I'm such a good fan. I'm going to make this go viral for you to blow you up.
Well, yeah.
So it was either him or one of his clippers, but doesn't he pay his clippers? So.
Yeah, right. They even talked about the money.
Right.
It's the real conspiracy.
And with a channel pretty small.
Anything for the clout.
I don't know. Something to think about.
I mean, you pointed out more things that I can agree with than I can disagree with. So that's all I have to say.
And I do think it's just because I've been like, all of H3's podcast was like reminiscing about like the 19 times that he's been on the show. So I've seen the bits. Like I see how he can like keep something like so serious.
See, and yeah, I haven't watched as much of his like bit stuff. I watched more of his real stuff when I had seen that video.
Right.
So I was probably taking it very like literal.
So
Well, tell me more about
I
the
don't know.
H3 and the Atlantic records, because I like fill me in on what was said in the H3 that was like that would be news to me, and fill me in on the record deal stuff because I didn't look into that. But I like knew that he was kind of like the way I saw it worded was like him rebelling against his record
Yes.
deal.
Okay. I can't wait to get into it once I pee and grab
Okay,
some more water.
I'll entertain the stream. What's up, y'all? Let me mute OG. Give me 1 second. Alright, I think she's muted. Well, guys, how are you feeling about this stream? What's the tea? And I realize that my lighting sucks. I'm not dumb. I can see. I have eyes. But I did try to turn this light on. I hope it doesn't die. Knock on wood. But what did you think of that video? Reiterating what OG said earlier, share in the comments your favorite Oliver Tree song. At the moment, like if you want my advice, if you're gonna go listen to the new album, the ones off the top of my head that are really standing out to me would be Crazy, which he even said in his interview, it was too crazy. He almost took it off the record, and then he finally brought it back. And then I'm vibing Joyride. It like something about the beat musically is like definitely it brings me back. It was one of the singles though. I think I just like knew it like ahead of time. Other than that, well, we didn't talk about how a lot of them lyrically refer to death. And I should save this for when OG gets back, but they also refer to like his albums. He has several albums that are like all fire, or like like one of the singles from this album has a car on fire, and I think it's the album with Cash Machine on it, whichever album that is. It's him, and then like the whole background is fire. So I just have to point out how freaking weird that is because of how he died. And I hate saying that, but like I have to say I noticed it. And then lyrically, a lot of the songs in this album refer to like dying and like what's the one, like I'd rather die than live without you, I want to say is a lyric. Something like that. But it's also like in a way that's just very aware. It's not like woe is me, I'm depressed. It's like the way he worded it in that interview was like he bottled the feeling, and I feel like that is correct. Like that you can feel what he's saying even if he's using extreme language to get the point across. And that's what art is. I mean, alchemizing the hard feelings or any feelings. So that's my latest.
Right. I did just spill all that.
What'd you spill?
Are my headphones out there? Can you grab my AirPods?
Muting OG again.
Uno momento.
She flopped. She spilled something. Tip. Do you guys like my nails? This is the night. You're unmuted.
I
What'd you
did
spill?
I spilled my whole entire drink.
You just
right
not?
away. That is correct. My feet are currently wet. I
You
did
poor
my
thing.
best. I did my best out there.
You poor soul. Do you
Oh
want
my! I
another
was watching
drink?
stream instead of you, and then I was like, "Wait, why are you talking and moving?"
Wait,
Because
who's
it's delayed.
Oh.
I
Well, I
was
keep
like, "Are you not
checking back.
listening to me?"
I keep checking back on what's supposed to be the official like monitor on YouTube Studio of like showing the stream. It's so delayed. It's daylight in the
Right.
video. Like
Yeah, like I saw your sunglasses, and I was like, "Did you just like put those back on for some reason?"
luckily I'm
Anyway,
monitoring on my phone. Trippy live action.
um,
Okay. Anyway. Do you want another drink?
okay. I did get. That's what took me. I spilt it and then got myself a new one.
Got it. Perfect. Praise
Don't
be.
worry about me. It's part of my everyday life.
I mean, we were only an hour late.
Right. Listen.
Okay. You were about
If
to.
you guys
Oh,
could
go.
see the setup in my room right now, you would be shocked that I was only an hour late.
It looks great. It looks better than mine,
From
probably.
this angle, it looks awesome.
Slay.
And I'm not going to show you what's over there or over here.
It's none of their business.
None of your business.
None ya biz.
Okay, I'm not going to smoke about it. And then we'll get into it.
Okay. So I was talking about. Could you hear me while I was gone, or while you were gone?
I did take my earphones out or AirPods.
She needed a break.
I did have to say
Anyway.
hi to my dogs.
I was saying, well, that's fair. I was saying that the weird, like synchronicity.
There was a
you could
man walking
say.
behind you.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
Like a ghost? Or
Wait, but that was for sure Nathan, right? Or your
where?
husband?
Here?
Yeah,
Oh,
behind the
you
door.
can probably see. I can't see back
Okay.
there, so I thought it was a ghost.
Oh, okay. God, that scared me. I was like, "That's Nathan. I'm gonna make a joke," and then I'm like, "Oh, ghost."
Death is all around us.
Inappropriate for today's topic.
Oh shit!
You always, dude. Okay, June has a
No.
history of saying that.
You can't say where, only because it's gonna be.
Oh, I wouldn't.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I would. So don't say where.
No, I wouldn't. But June has a history of saying that at the most inappropriate times imaginable.
Including.
To be
our
fair, she says it
children.
all the time. So, like, of course it happens at inappropriate times, but it's like, read the room, girl.
Well,
Where do
I
you
am
think you
known.
are right now?
I am known for putting my foot. So we're just.
I was
keeping
gonna
that
say, like,
alive.
known for not reading a room.
Literally. Okay, so all I said while you were gone was how some of like a lot of the recent songs had like death lyrics or referencing death,
Yes.
and then like I don't know if I mentioned to you like how a lot of the album covers are like all about fire.
Okay, but what I did learn recently, because like I'm not a super fan, oh, is he had an experience with mushrooms where he saw his own death. And since that happened, he was like, "Oh, okay, I'm just going to like live life to the fullest now. Like I've already come to terms with that." And like that's like a super common thing, I think, on mushrooms where like you experience like
I
most people call
guess.
like an ego death. But yeah, so I think that's where, because even if you go back to like his older songs, they were still referencing death.
Yeah, 100. But you're not saying like he didn't say what he saw when he saw his death, did he?
See, I just recently found out about that, and I was being a little baby bitch, and I didn't want to pry. So I didn't look too much into it.
Tip.
Like I knew like
Well,
where my boundary was.
Well, but if he well, because I was saying like the fire thing, like how he uses the fire imagery in multiple album
Right.
covers, and like one of the singles from this album was a picture of a car like on fire.
Right.
So, I just, but that, like, I mean, I was saying like one of the older albums is even more than that, but anyway, just food for thought.
Yeah.
I
I
said
don't
it
know.
was, yeah,
Google
because he's
it.
more
Like
like
look into it.
aware.
Right. Yeah. Look into it on your own. I'm not going to give you that news.
Yes.
I'm not crying for you guys to know that information.
She's not ready for that. Not tonight.
I'm not ready.
Tonight's not the night. We're bringing the
Which is
glasses
so
back.
like it's so weird because again, like at the beginning of this episode, I said parasocial and like it's not always a bad thing. But the reason I know that is because I was like, this is like the one time I do feel like super parasocial with somebody where it's not just like about the music. Like I do feel like I genuinely knew not like all of him obviously, but like I know so much about this guy where like it
Well,
did
more
feel
than you
parasocial.
could have known about most people who you've never met. Like,
Right.
yeah.
Like I guess I just like didn't make it my life mission to like look into him, but he would let you in like in a way where it's like you didn't
Mm,
have to like go looking for it. Like it didn't have to be your goal to be parasocial with him.
yeah. It was just natural. Yeah.
Right. Because he's a
Well,
genuine guy.
right. Right. Which is why I like it just like devastated me because I guess I can relate to the parasocial thing without have ever saying that in my own words. With this specific like famous person's death in a way that I've never experienced, and because like same with Matt, like what you said with Mac Miller, like I didn't really follow him much before he died. Like that was kind of when I became aware of him. So it's like, yeah, now I can listen to his music and be devastated that like this person is like tragically not here anymore, but this time it was like in the moment. And especially because it's like 1 minute you're
Well,
here, 1 minute you're not. Like it's just
right. And like the thing with Mac Miller, like I loved Mac Miller. So like I was back, like I had his merch in 2008. So like I was a big fan of Mac before everything happened and I kept up with him. Like I feel like I grew up with him.
mm,
Like for Mac fans, Wear My Hat was like my number one song and like that's like in my opinion such a deep cut, but I didn't know who he was. I knew his music. I could relate to him through his music. I could see how he grew through his music. But like with Oliver, it's like I knew him much more outside of that. I knew how
mm.
he interacted with people. I knew how he showed up. I knew how he cared.
And so would you say that's a lot because of the H3 like appearances or just in general?
I think 100% 100% H3. I was going to say other things, but like I feel like I was exposed to other things because I had H3 as that like gateway to
Mm.
then go to other people's podcasts and start looking at that.
Yes.
But it definitely
Mhm.
started with H3.
Mm. Well, fill me in then on that stream and then whatever else you know. Whatever else your tea is.
Okay. I think like let's just get into the other conspiracy theory,
Go
Atlantic
in.
Records.
Tell me
So
everything.
I already said it. I hate conspiracy theories after a death because
Mm.
it just feels shit. Like it feels like we're talking poorly or like not taking something seriously because we've come to our own conclusions. Yes, there's room for conspiracy theories, but I'm like the first person that's like that's insensitive because you just have this perspective. So when it all came out, I got like on my TikTok a few reels about this Atlantic Records, and forgive me because I was avoiding it so much. I don't know the other guy that passed away. I don't know his name.
The YouTuber?
No, he was with Atlantic Records.
Oh, I don't know that.
So I don't know who he was, but he was signed with Atlantic Records and he just recently passed away.
Oh,
That's all
before
I know.
this.
Before this.
Got it. Right. I'm with you.
And then Oliver passed away. And I think that guy that passed away before, and correct me if I'm wrong, Chet, but he was like, hey, I'm done with Atlantic Records. I'm going my own way, which is what Oliver did, if you don't know. So this new album, I Love You Bad, or I Hate You, I Love You Madly, I Hate You Badly,
Yes.
flip flop, whatever. It was the first time that he wasn't with Atlantic Records. He produced it on his own. So everyone's saying both these artists left Atlantic Records and they passed away.
You know how the other one died?
So like, I don't. I wonder if I could find it.
Oh, that's okay.
And I know I
Chat,
could,
tell
but
us.
right.
Chat, where are you?
And maybe if I like have some time to like look at it later on, I can find it. Oh, sorry, it's currently trending. I'm back. Okay.
Chat's telling us we're wrong about something, but I don't know what.
Oh no.
Sucks to
Tell
suck.
me.
Ignore him.
Anyway, I'm gonna move on because I can't find it like quickly.
That's okay. But somehow, in a way, they're not supposed to be like dying unexpectedly, right?
Right. So it's saying, okay. Otis Redding, Amit Ertegun, the co-founder, and countless of others were all signed with Atlantic. They all had a falling out, and they were all killed in a suspicious manner within the month of said debacle. I'm not pointing any fingers, but it seems that Atlantic Records has blood on their hands, allegedly. That's from 3 days ago. So that's the conspiracy floating around. There's a lot of people, apparently.
Sus. Well, yeah, because if like
Right.
for viewers who aren't aware, like I feel like we're both kind of aware because we just care about music and musicians, I guess, enough that like well, and enough freaking people have talked about it at this point where like record deals and record labels are like so predatory in how they make their money off of artists. And that's why, like, for people who are like, it's just as crazy to say, why would Mark Zuckerberg kill him, let alone the record deal? But it's like, not really. Like, it's always about money. Money's behind every big. Oh, I thought chat was telling us. Anyway, it's always about money, and I actually didn't know he was technically he released this label or album off the label only because I knew he produced it himself and like made it himself, and I knew he did that partially for financial reasons because it's insane. Like you go into debt as a musician to make music with your label, which is crazy. Like he even said in some interview, which he's probably joking, but like I won't see residuals on the music end and not the songwriting end for years because he's in so much debt for making the music to begin with, because it's kind of like a trap. Like the more you make, the more you owe, and you just keep paying them with it's like they're fronting you the money, but like you can't pay them back when they're
Yes.
charging you more. Like it's so weirdly cyclical. And but that's where I didn't know he technically went against, because I know usually it's like you're contracted to for X amount of time. I feel like Haley
Well, and
Williams is a
he
really
was
good example
supposed
of
to.
that right now. Just because she's like really
Right.
promoting going solo since she finally got out of the time commitment aspect of hers.
Right. And I don't, because again, I don't know like all the details because it's a shit ton, I'm sure of it. But he was supposed to release this album in 2025. It
Mm.
took until
I didn't know that.
2026. Um,
He did say he
and
redid every song like in the like 20 to 80 times each song on the album, which is like that's crazy, dude. But
right.
anyway, sorry.
So I'm not saying it was like because of his record deal, but it's something to take note of. And like even on the thing, it still mentions Atlantic Records, and Atlantic Records still has him up as one of their artists.
Really?
But this is the first time that it's Alien Boy Records, or I think that's what it's called. His own
Oh.
label is listed. So this might have been okay. We can co-op it. This is my last album. I had to give it to you guys, but here I'm also bringing in my own label. So this
Mm.
could have been like the beginning of the separation.
Hmm.
But what the podcast was H3 podcast was talking about was that he wasn't making a lot of money. However, all the money that he did get, he didn't care about. He would
Right.
spend it so quickly on other things, fundraising, all that stuff, giving back to the community. But I don't know. I think it's interesting to like listen to his lyrics and like hear him talk about like I guess even do bits about like getting like a cash advance. That was one of his biggest bits. Hey, can I just get some cash to do XYZ?
Yeah, he said with
But
the
I
Shrek
do
bit,
think
he was like, my costume budget's running out.
I think there's truth in every bit, and we all know
Mm.
how record labels will fuck you. And I think either he got sick of it or the record label, if we're believing in this conspiracy theory, obviously, got sick of it, of how he was presenting himself, knowing that their name is tied to that money. Like, oh, you guys don't pay
Mm.
your artists, therefore they're not getting a lot of people signed on with them.
Right. Right.
So that's
Because,
the other
yeah,
conspiracy theory.
I mean, that's the only record label I know by name. And it was before this happened. Like,
Well,
I
and
kept
let's
seeing
talk about. Sorry, go on. I got
just that.
excited.
Well, no, keep it. All I was saying was like I kept seeing record label stuff without seeing the name, and then when they finally said it, I was like, "Oh no shit. I could have guessed that." But I wouldn't
Right.
have, but I could have. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so we talked about your conspiracy theory. We talked about
Yes.
mine. Let's talk about how two helicopters don't notice each other,
That's
which
why
is
I was willing
also
to say
hard to
Zuck was behind
validate.
it.
Everything, like, there's nothing that makes it make sense.
Mm, yeah. Well, because what you remember it is, because like this has been the year of like plane crashes and odd air
Right.
vehicles crashing. There was another two helicopter crash in this time frame at like maybe in the fall, I want to say. And I remember saying, how did two helicopters crash into each other? And the story was with that one, there was apparently footage of it, was that one was like going and then one was raising. That kind of makes sense because you can't see above you, right?
Oh, I remember
What's the
that.
explanation in this case? And tell me why the only footage I did see was of that helicopter going straight down, not with momentum. It was shooting straight to the ground. Like, that was because I'm sure you saw that footage.
Well, people are saying that that wasn't the actual footage. That was from
Of
years
course.
ago, and it started spreading.
I would believe it. I didn't hear that though. I hope.
I I can't remember where I heard that, but I do feel like it was a pretty reputable source. But even if it wasn't, people are shitheads. So like I already believe it because who
Yeah.
got that footage? Who knew that that helicopter was going to go down, blah blah blah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if they did, that's not going to be released. They're not going to release Oliver Tree's death.
I had assumed it was from like not from the law though, because they didn't even know he was dead at that point when that was already out. I saw that like same day.
Wait, was it from another helicopter or who was filming it?
I whatever I saw, I didn't see where they said it came from, but it looked like it was like some sort of like security footage pointed in that direction. Like it was definitely like grainy and like not pointed, like it just happened to me catching that view. But that could be
I
old.
don't
I mean, it
know.
came out so fast. It literally came out before there was verified like that he was dead. And that's why I kept saying, if this is a fucking joke, I'd believe it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and again, it could be true. I just know that at least one helicopter video that is making its rounds right now was confirmed that
Mm,
it wasn't that crash. However, I'm sure there's 50 helicopter videos going around right now making its way through the social circles.
yeah.
So maybe one is true, but
Hmm. But you're right. Let's go back to the initial thing. Why are two helicopters crashing into each other? Is this not 2026? Are we not like going to space? But we can't figure out how to fly two helicopters with money involved? People who have money? Like, we don't let just anybody die.
I mean, yeah, but I heard that Brazil had cut its funding, like on
And that tracks.
air traffic control. Everyone's cutting every funding everywhere. So it's like mistakes like this are going to helicopters were already dangerous. And then when we're cutting funding, it's just giving room for these errors. How it happened, again, I don't know because to me, you would see the helicopter.
Right.
But again, people are also crazy. Was it a suicide mission from the other pilot? Was it, death? There's so many possibilities, and unfortunately,
Right.
we'll never know the exact cause.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
No.
it's just something that we have
No.
to come to terms with of not knowing.
Right.
But we can
Right.
at least be educated about it. We can be educated. We can make sure that we're not talking in bad faith. I think that's the biggest thing. I don't want anybody talking in bad faith.
Sorry, I was muted for a sec. No, I agree. But like, we can't control any of that. So
Right.
I guess it's
I
not
guess just
worth
don't
getting worked
support
up
it.
over. Yeah. But
Just
but
don't
that's
support. If
this
you see it, don't support it.
yeah. And that's
Don't
why
like
I
go on a
wasn't even
hate campaign. But
yeah. I wasn't clicking on like any links at first. But then again, it was also like, but I'm trying to know something for certain. Like it's just I guess it brings up the bigger point of like we can't trust the media like it's like
right.
because fake footage is going around like wildfire. Like it's crazy. Like
The
that
era
got
that
spread
we're
around
in, I
faster.
mean, journalism is so far dead. It's I mean, it's gone. I was trying to look at other things, and it's obviously everyone's like, oh, he's leaving his family with nothing. It's
Mhm.
all these clickbaity titles. It's the same information.
Oh,
And then when I saw it was like his mom finally speaks out. And I did click on it just to kind of like prep for today. And it was just that his mom made a Facebook post being sad about her son dying. She didn't speak out about the money or anything like that. And I was like,
of
are we
course.
really dragging in a mourning mom
Mm,
and saying that she's speaking out about something that everyone knew about. That was her fucking son. She obviously knew what was in his will. And then
Right.
she didn't even say anything about it. Where it's like, don't give that attention. Steer as far away as you can from sources like that are just trying to get money off of you and get money off of a death of somebody. It's
Yeah.
disgusting, like where we are at in journalism.
Well, and I saw because like one of the first things that was showing up when Nathan was trying to like make sure it was real when he told me like Monday morning was it was like his ex-girlfriend like starts a tribute or it was something about like an ex-girlfriend like
Melanie
saying
Martinez.
it didn't say I didn't see I didn't know who it was referring to but I like
Oh.
later I was like oh it was probably her but then I then saw having seen that originally there was stuff that I saw maybe yesterday that was about somebody else and this didn't say ex-girlfriend but also from the way he talked in like his media like it didn't sound like he was currently with it so I don't know but like all I know
Oh. He's
is
been in a
what
relationship for like 5+ years.
so maybe that's probably who it was
But they've
that he was about then.
because she had to come out and say, I'm mourning Oliver.
Yeah.
Stop making comments about who you think that he slept with.
That's what I was
She
getting at,
literally
yeah.
had to say that in the wake.
Oh, I didn't know
And
that. I just
they've been
saw where
together
she
for
said
5 years or 5+ years.
wow. I just saw where she had to say, like, we were like, stop trying to tell me who you think he was seeing. We were monogamous and I'm
Yes.
grieving my best friend. And it's like, ugh.
The fact that she had to, like, imagine anyone in your life that has passed away, and then you have to not only mourn that, but then deal with thousands of people messaging you and telling you that you actually didn't know that person.
Right.
People that you've never met, that person that you lost has never met, telling you who that person was.
Well, and I feel like it's easy to say, like, well, they should just get off the internet because, like, you know you're going to see that. But also, you have to put yourself into
Don't
those
be a
people's
shit
shoes.
human.
Well, sure, but we're giving people too much credit with that if we ask that. But like, if you look at their perspective, they want to see the people who are saying the things about Oliver that like help them mourn in the way that works for like people want to see the good things and it that's why you can't say just stay off the internet. Like this is the internet is the
Right.
only way we're all connected anymore. So you can't say they should know you're going to get hate. That's bullshit. That's you guys not taking the fucking ownership of what's on us as individual users of the internet. Like that it's just stupid.
Well, the only people that say stay off the internet are the people with, and I don't mean, maybe I do mean this a little derogatory. The people that say that are the ones with 20 followers on Instagram, 100 friends on Facebook. They are not used to mass hate, mass cancellation, death threats. They can never experience that. And then they're like, well, just stay off the internet. And on top of that, even with their socials, they still couldn't stay off the internet because we live in a society where you don't stay off the internet. Like that's such bullshit.
Yeah.
It pisses me off every single time.
When you can't even stay off the like it's like for work or for like people make
Well,
freaking
and
LinkedIn's just because they have to have a presence, so they don't look like a serial killer or something like without a Facebook, you know, like.
right. And multiple like celebrities have been like, hey, even if I stay off the internet, I want you to know that my friends are still texting me this. And like they have well wishes, like they don't mean to be hurtful, but it's unintentionally hurtful. Even if I'm off the internet, I'm still getting 100 messages about this tweet.
Mm, yeah, that's a good point. It's still
So
gonna reach them.
it's such dumb advice.
Yeah.
I mean, think about in your own like small social circle, how many things get back to you, and then multiply that by 1,000, 100,000.
Yikes. That's a great point. Hmm. Yeah. Well, fuck the record company. Fuck Mark
Fuck
Zuck.
every record company that's not independent.
Oh, I know, right?
Mark Zuck always sucks, but he is a robot, and we just have to come to terms with that.
Correct.
He will never
But he's
be the
got a
cool
nose
guy in
piercing.
Social Network.
Still haven't watched
It was a
it.
little glue on, something he got at Claire's. It's just like double-sided tape.
A little Sharpie. Double-sided tape. Oh gosh. Well, I mean, it sucks that like we came together to talk about a bummer subject, but like I still stand by like the reason I wanted to talk about him is that like I view him as something that the world needs more of, and that was like my initial thought is like was anger that we're losing another person that like is one of the few people that's like truly doing good out there and doing it selflessly.
Right.
So I literally
And
said
just
to
to be
Nathan,
so passionate about something. Sorry, not to interrupt.
yes. Well, no, because you're passionate about like I was gonna say like I was mad. It's like we need to stand up for him. Like if he can no longer do this,
Yes.
more of us need to embody what he was doing, which is doing whatever the fuck you want and doing it for yourself. He said in multiple interviews, I feel like how no one liked his album, like that he was asking like personally when he was making
Yes.
it, but he made it for himself and he stood by it. And every time I freaking listen to it now, I think about that. I'm like, how could so and so not have liked this? Like his mom, or like he said his parents hated it. I'm like, well, at least he did, and I fucking love that he at least died knowing that he did what he made it for himself. Like
Exactly. And you have to like start like it's crazy like the small things that I've started comparing that to. Like it's not just about okay, well what if I do this huge art project and nobody likes it? It's like to be honest,
get over
I'm
yourself.
like gonna get like well, okay, I'm gonna get like a little personal if you
Okay.
don't mind.
Dig deeper.
I've I'm gonna dig deeper. Since I like hit puberty, I fucking hate my legs. Most women can relate to one body part that as soon as they hit puberty, they're like, oh, this sucks. So then
Yeah.
I just like never wore shorts. I was just like, that's crazy. I just can't wear shorts anymore. But like,
Hmm.
no, it's fine. I'll just sweat. Don't worry about me.
Just die of heat
And then
stroke.
finally I was right. I had to reach the grand old age of 30 once I already gained 20 more pounds since I thought about that. Where I was just like, oh, I actually don't care what other people think. Like, I'm not going to hurt myself just because someone might be offended
And
or someone might not like that. And once you start thinking small, then it goes to a bigger picture.
mm,
Oh,
yeah.
then I'm going to start this other thing because I actually don't give a fuck anymore about what other people think. I'm going to live my life for me. It's way too short to live it for other people. And you hear that all the time, but it takes that like personal like win, if you will, of being like, oh, I can actually apply that to myself.
Mm. Well, and yes, and then the reminder when the doubt creeps back in, this is what I do at least. Because it's like, same with the shorts, but it's like, okay, I get past it. What about when doubt creeps back in? You're out and about, you're wearing the shorts. Oh shit, I look down, I'm reminded that I hate my fucking legs. what do you do then? And the thing that works for me is like the second I picture somebody judging for my leg fat or whatever the fuck it is that I'm, insecure about, like insert your thing, I think, well, what does that say about them? If they're judging me for my leg fat,
Yes.
I don't like them. Like what? Like what? Like don't. What are you looking
And we're
at? Like.
on the same page. Hashtag throwback. On the same page. If you get it, you get it.
If you know, you know.
But
That's
that's
funny.
exactly what I was like when I was thinking about coming on the stream today. I was like, okay, it's gonna live on the internet forever. So here's everything that can go wrong. And I was like, I'm feeding this on a platter. I said, here, take all my insecurities, my anxiousness, my cringiness. Here you go. Hope you like it. Fresh hot.
Own it, baby.
And then I was like, well, if they say that or if they think that, why would I want to continue that friendship, continue whatever? And then I was like, and that's mean. It's so mean. I'm just not mean. I'm not mean and I don't want to be around mean people. So then I was like, oh, it's just solving a problem. Hey, here is me being vulnerable, me trying something new. If you're mean, okay, bye. Okay, thank you. I don't want you here.
Yeah, keep walking.
And it's just so fucking Oliver Tree taught me that. The fucking meme. The fucking scooter god. Like, it's so dumb, the juxtaposition, but I love it.
But that's what
It
makes it
shows
work.
Exactly. He's able to be who he wants to be. I used to like do all this makeup and like that was my thing. I love doing makeup. I love dressing into character, but I'm like, okay, I don't let anyone else see this. This is real weird. And then it's just like, oh, yeah, actually, fuck that. I can just be really weird and show up how I want to show up. And if you judge me, you probably wouldn't like me in the long run anyway.
Or you won't. Because you already don't.
Yeah.
You don't like the real version of myself that I'm portraying. And that is fine. But like,
it's totally fine. I just want to go our separate ways.
Exactly.
And like, don't be mean. Don't be mean because that's gross and ugly.
Well, right. But I also now reserve the right to like clap the fuck back. Because like I look back on my years of like doing the lowest of the low of like service work, which is like working a drive-through at McDonald's. And I say that. I don't say that to judge the worker. I say that because of how I was treated in that position by the mass amount of people I was serving. And it's that you are not treated like a human being a lot of times in this world. And that's where it's like the reflection is on you and I'm standing on it. But like that also tells me everything I need to know. Like and I guess the clap back.
100%.
Oh, that's where I lost the plot. Clapping back, it's like I used to have to let people treat me like shit, right? I had to as my job. I'm expected to do that.
Right.
But now I feel like that trained some sort of weird like let people walk all over you thing into me, like that not being the only thing. I'm sure society did too, but like that was definitely a like very like driving it home for me. And then now I'm like, now if somebody were to treat me like that, or if I witnessed it out in the world, like it's not even about me. It's like I guess I just would feel more confident in questioning at minimum that behavior.
Yeah. And it's like the growth in it is not even like being sad. It's just like, oh no, it's almost like, what happened to you to make you feel that way? Like 180 flipping the scripts, and it's just like, I think I've had like some people close to me to exhibit like rude behaviors like that, where it's like I could almost like bring them in and be like, hey dog, I don't know what happened for you to act like that, but like let's talk about it and let's like work on that. Like some people just need that reality check of like, oh, that was really fucked up, wasn't it?
Mm.
But then like other people are just too far gone, I think. But that's a whole nother tangent. I'll
It
probably be
is.
back. I'll be a guest to be talking about that.
Oh yeah.
Scorned relationships and all that.
But well, shit. Like it does all like tie together, like where it's like the fear to start and then like the self-confidence and the self-esteem and like it all kind of like does go together in some weird way that like I think many people are only just starting to understand. So,
Right.
it's day by day, but take I know it's our thing to say this, like take what you want, leave the rest. But like if you're one of the people who is not, like doesn't like bits, doesn't like Oliver Tree, like because you didn't understand him, I feel like the motto here could be take what you want, leave the rest. We could say it together. Like it's just leave it at that. But like he
Speaking
added
to my
value and
soul.
you can't fucking say he didn't. So I'm just gonna
Yeah, you don't have to like everything, but you need to recognize the good in people because there's not that many out there.
Oof. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we're willing to believe Mark Zuckerberg took him out for that shit. If we make it a joke, he won't think we were talking shit, right? We won't get axed.
Right. Hopefully, I'll show up on the next guest appearance. Mark Zuckerberg did do it, in case you're wondering.
She never shows up
Allegedly
again.
in Minecraft. Allegedly in Minecraft, he did do it.
There we go. We can't be silly. Well, shit. I mean, I think
But
it was
yeah,
a good like I think we covered a lot of bases here. I think I meant to talk way more about like the art shit, but like that's what I got more time. I have so much time.
right. Like, I feel like this. Obviously, he wasn't around just for a year. This could be a 5-part saga talking
Mm.
about who he was. But I feel like we covered what's going on right now.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like I feel like this is one of those like moments in the internet history, the internet archive that like needed documented. And that's a good point. Like we're showing some two random ass people's perspective of how this went down, and unfortunately a
Right.
week of wondering and like and unfortunately finding answers that we didn't want to find. But
Yeah.
I mean, do we just end it there? Death is all around us.
All right, play Cash Machine.
Call back. Get copyright strike at the end. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, shit, fam.
All right,
I mean,
chat.
thanks.
Just like sing "Cowboys Don't Cry" in your
I'm
head
not
as we like
good at
slowly meander.
goodbyes.
uh,
I miss the sunshine in your eyes. You gotta sing one verse
All
of
right, you
a
knock it
song
off
now.
because I am gonna cry. I'm trying to get off camera before I do start tearing up.
Dang. Well, you heard it here first. OG cried on the show on the first stream. Just roll with it. Thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. I mean, I don't know how many of you there were, but we appreciate every single one of you. And there's
Yes.
definitely gonna be more of this shit. So like catch us later and it's gonna keep getting better. I think we did all right for the first fucking one, but it's gonna be even better. So tune back in. You got any last words, OG?
Take it or leave it.
Peace, love, and prosper. Is that Star Trek?
Cowboys do cry at certain times where it's appropriate.
Now I'll cry. All right. Well, that's a wrap, fam. Catch you later.
Cheers, your friends. Love on everybody. Catch you later.
Wow. Okay. And go home and cry tonight. Okay.
And
Good night.
cry.
Cry. Okay, that's enough. Okay, bye.